Kron, what is all this bullshit outside, man?
Are we still in Florida, dude?
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 Union Jacks. We might have gotten invaded.
Just our luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all this trumpet noise.
How are you guys going to blend in?
I don't know. I think
Camouflage as duh.
No, you got to drink like tea and shit now.
I'm going to put the trash can on my head and just stand still.
Okay, that's good. That's
and then
smart.
what those guys do? They'll just rush right on by.
Yeah, the trash men of Great Britain.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's so filthy, man. Their trash men are just standing around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fuck.
What's going on?
Oi!
Yeah?
You were close. But I'm also really hungover, so.
I thought you were going
Oh,
back
that's
when
how
you
we
started
fucking
that
fit.
punk rock band.
That's how we fit in. We just get fucked up, right? Because British people get hammered.
Dude, that's perfect.
I've been eating fish and chips every day since we've
I
been
think we're
here.
fucking safe.
I'm practically
then.
British.
Okay.
That was super weird for the Florida trip, that you were eating all those fish and chips, but it's lining up. What can I say?
It's farm to table, though, Kron. Like, there's fish, like, right outside.
Yeah.
It's pretty economical and, like, environmental on Dan's front.
Yeah, but Dan's been pouring
And
mercury
mercury
onto
level.
his fish.
Yeah. It's high.
Okay. I mean, okay, so we know how we're going to fit in, but what is all this for?
I don't have a fucking clue. I'm drunk.
Like I said, I thought we got invaded.
Call the front desk, Kron. That guy liked you when we checked in.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, thank you for calling the front desk. How can I help you?
Oh.
Hey, put him on speaker.
He wasn't already? Holy shit.
Okay, he's on speaker now.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, front desk guy.
Hey. Oh, yeah, how can I help you, brother?
Did we get invaded last night by British troops?
Wait. Somebody might be listening, Kron. We need to come up with some sort of code. Hey, tap it out. Tap out, Don't Stop Believing if we're invaded.
I can assure you, brothers, nobody has invaded here. This is just the preparation for the Queen's visit.
Which one?
Oh, like Queen, the band, dude.
Not quite.
Yeah.
No, he's dead, though, dude.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Tommy, you're a big boy, kicking
What?
your can, got a mud on your face, gonna... That one?
Big disgrace.
I love the Passion Brothers, but that's not it. No, it's the Queen of England that's come to visit.
Holy shit.
I thought she died, bro.
Yeah, she's still alive.
I guess it's a casket tour or something, brothers. I don't know.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. She was pretty popular here.
People love them royals. I don't get it, but people love it.
Okay, what about our amenities? Okay, are we still like? Do we have access to, a particular place with a? Why lie? The guy knows we're fucking gonna drink.
The scuttlebutt, dude.
Yeah, are we gonna be able to get to the scuttlebutt?
Oh, yeah. You'll be able to visit the Scuttlebutt between 4 and 6 p.m. After that, it's going to be cut off for a private reception for the Queen until 2 a.m. After that, it's going to be closed until the 8 a.m. the next morning when it will be open for you.
God damn, dude.
I think we need to check out early.
Can we get a wake-up call, but for when the bar's open? Because
Oh, yeah, I can do that for you, brother.
this
I'll
guy
set
is
up
fucking great, by the way.
Fired
5
up.
stars. 5 stars.
Hey,
What's his
I am to
job?
please. The hospitality arts is my dream job, and I love to do it. I'm going to set you guys up 8 a.m. Here we go. All right. Yeah, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You'll be get a wake-up call there, and you'll be able to head down to the Scuttlebutt, no problem. Get some Bloody Marys, whatever you drink in the morning.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
They still serving food?
Oh yeah. They serve through. They got that hangover breakfast burger that's real popular there with an egg on the burger and everything. People seem to love that. I eat 2 of them in the morning before I hit the gym, and then I come behind the desk and have to wipe the greasy sweat from my face constantly. But you can't beat it.
I mean, Kron said you did look pretty damn good when we checked in.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother. I'm putting in the work. I appreciate that.
This guy's got his life figured out.
Dan.
Yeah. What?
Do you still have those scissors?
I always have it. Yes.
So,
Okay, I want to get a clipping of the Queen's hair while she's here in town.
Sorry, hold for a second. We got something going on off book here.
Sure.
Let's sit down at the scuttlebutt. Mm-hmm. We'll draw it on the napkins. Like people love that shit. Like
we're gonna. What are we drawing on napkins?
You're gonna plot in public at the pub.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
British people are they gonna be looking at all the pubs for plots?
The Queen doesn't have any like Secret Service guys. What are you talking about? She's the Queen.
She's got James Bond, motherfucker.
Never. Who? The Gold Bond. That's probably all she's using, dude.
Does she still have the protection when it's just her desiccated husk?
Oh, that's true. How are we going to get that casket open?
I think it's open. I think it's...
It's at least plexiglass, right?
Ask
we
the
could get
guy
through
if
that.
it's an open casket.
She didn't get
Excuse me, sir.
Dude.
Yeah. How can I help you?
Do you know if the Queen, this tour is going to be open casket?
I heard. Okay, speaking of scuttlebutt, this is what I heard. Not only is it a glass casket, 360 degrees glass casket. They're going to stand it up on its end.
Holy
so from
shit.
whatever side you're looking, you're going to be able to see inside that casket, brother.
It is a fucking Queen concert. Yes. Front row
I
center.
did hear She Like Queen. They might play a Queen song here or there during the processional. I don't know. I can't confirm, though.
I love Vacation.
Hope they do Fat Bottom Girls.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bicycle ride me up, dude.
All right. What time is it? It's fucking...
Time to go to the scuttlebutt, dude.
Well, he hasn't called us.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Well, they are still open today from 2 to... What did I say? From 4 to 6 p.m. this afternoon. Okay. Then they're closed for the private reception for the Queen until 2 a.m. when they close. Then at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, they'll be back open for you, brothers.
Okay. Right. Well, we got to find something to do until 4. What are you doing, man? You want to come up and watch something with us?
Oh, hell yeah, brothers. I get off here in about 15 minutes. I'll come meet you up in the room. What you got on?
Well, that gives us enough time to put our clothes on, I think.
I got to clean all this strawberry jelly off my body.
I was going to say, no need to put them clothes on, brothers. I'll come up just as you are.
Oh.
I love this place.
On this week's episode of 5 Day Rentals, Thunder in Paradise. All right, welcome back, everybody, to 5 Day Rentals. This is the video store podcast where each week we take turns picking a flick that we think meets a fun, non-genre specific category. But every once in a while, we'll take a break from covering irrelevant movies to cover irrelevant TV shows. That's right, it's another Thunder in Paradise episode. I am Cron Howard, joined, as always, by two guys who often have black and white flashbacks. Bones and Laundry Dan, how you doing?
It ain't over for me, brother.
They're coming from all angles.
And joined for this very special episode of Thunder in Paradise, covering episodes 11 through 13, we have the one and only, from the Amazing Horror Drafts podcast, it's Brantley Palmer. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic now that you invited me on to this Thunder in Paradise app, guys. I'm excited.
You top of the list, top of the guest list.
Love it. I've been loving these episodes. I love all your guys' episodes, but these ones have been just like a real treat.
Have you been watching along as the...
Nope, not at all. I wanted to, and I didn't have the time to be watching 2 of these a week to try to stay with it.
It's not necessary.
No.
These things.
But you're roughly familiar with the lore then?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it from your podcast, which I think just makes it all the more important because this is how I understand Thunder in Paradise, the 5 Day Rentals podcast.
So you'd never heard of this show until then?
Oh, no, I knew of this show and I had watched it when I was a kid. I just didn't remember anything of it. I have a bad memory anyway, but this would have been probably pretty bottom of the barrel stuff that my mind got rid of pretty quick. But I remember enjoying it. This was the type of show I would watch all the time. I grew up watching like the A-Team and Knight Rider and, all that shit. So this was like, right there with it. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. I wish I could dump this as well, Brantley. I really do.
Just give it time. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're only halfway through.
What is wrong with you guys?
We don't have bandanas on.
This is all that I want. This is everything.
Mm-hmm. I love these apps. Seriously, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. These have been like so fun to listen to, especially I think because I didn't watch the episodes. So I just get to imagine how the episodes played out based on your descriptions. But, for inviting me on for a 3-episode run instead of 2, I will say these were at least like, there's fun aspects to all 3 of these episodes that I actually enjoyed, even if the quality of the programming wasn't that great.
Yeah, I will say I was a little worried after our last episode of Thunder in Paradise that maybe it peaked at episode, what would that be, 7?
Yeah.
8, 9, and 10 were real, just
rough,
middling, like nothing much happening in them. So I was kind of worried going into 11, 12, 13, but I think Thunder in Paradise came back strong.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I think, yeah, and because I thought the same thing, Kron. I thought, are these just good in comparison to the last 3? And I think they're much better.
We got some budget.
Oh, for sure. Explosions are back, buddy.
Yep.
But yes, I was dreading these next 3 as well. Not dreading, but like, oh, here, what are we going to get?
I know I'm dreading doing 3 episodes in one podcast episode.
I think
this was a huge mistake. This was a huge mistake. So I think we're done after this. So
this whole podcast?
We got to reschedule. Brantley's going to take this one on the chin for us, and we're going to.
Don't we only have one more 3 after this?
Yeah, we might have to rethink that though, because this is it's too
much.
much.
Gonna finish this till December. Jesus,
it's too much. Let's try to keep it under 4 hours.
All right.
Well, we should probably just get into it then, huh?
Let's do it.
Probably.
All right, guys. This is Thunder in Paradise, episode 11, titled Nature of the Beast. Right off the bat, writing credit goes to Tom Green on this one.
Once again.
Insane. This guy was prolific in the 90s.
Can I just say something up front before we get into plot? And I don't think this is spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
If I was sitting in a writer's room and somebody said, all right, let's just throw something out, and somebody threw out Predator meets Schindler's List, their new showrunner, right?
Well, you probably should
that's
They probably get shipped off to Baywatch to work
Oh
with
yeah,
the pros.
you've moved up. Yep.
So you threw those out. I'm the other writer that's going to say, hey, let's throw in the deer hunter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This one has it all, I think, is what I'm hearing right before we even get into it. You know, what's not to love about this episode, basically?
I think I'm the third writer that yells out monster trucks, and then someone says, this is an aquatic-based show.
Yeah.
And I just keep yelling monster trucks until everyone's will is broken.
Well, we wrote monster trucks on the board, Kron, and on the other side of the board, somebody wrote the monarchy. And somehow there's a line between those. So, again, this is everything.
Do you think they wrote these by, like, Mad Libs? Like,
They had to have. They had to have, right? There's just shit on the wall.
I'm the new guy that shows up and I'm like, Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
all right, guys, a young woman is exploring the tropical landscape when she sees a rare flower that she's drawn in her journal. She kind of wades through what is surely gator-infested water and ascends a tree to rip this endangered flora and fauna from its natural habitat. As she's in the tree, we can see the predator is tracking her movements.
Did anybody call this, like, before, like, oh shit, this is going to be a predator?
As soon as it went to that color effect, because I was writing these notes as I was going through.
I didn't think an actual Diablo spoiler fucking predator. I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is like a suit, right? Or some like new technology. And
yeah, I thought we were going to have an outcome like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they just frankly say at the end, not of this earth, but holy shit. Okay.
As she's up in the tree, the predator just starts blasting the shit out of the base of it.
It takes a while for this thing to blow up.
Is he protecting the orchid or just hunting her?
Little column A, little column B.
Wouldn't it be so weird that if the whole reason for predators was they were protecting flowers?
Careful there, Damon Lindelof.
All right, don't send the guys the script. Okay.
Just we plot that over 8 hours. We got ourselves a fucking Max series.
It's like that is the idea, and it's instead of one movie, it's going to be a trilogy.
Okay. Or no, they're 20th Century Fox, right? So that'd be that's a Hulu jam.
Yeah.
And it's a talking head interview with his bald ass saying, well, nobody liked Prey, so I took it in another direction. Shut the fuck up. We loved Prey. More like that, please.
Mm-hmm.
We cut over to Brew and Jess. He's playing her a traditional Hawaiian song on his ukulele. Spence shows up not liking this non-English lyrics. He rips the ukulele right out of Brew's hands and proclaims, "You're not going to teach that song to my daughter."
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, is this the problematic stuff they've been talking about with the show when this happened? Because I was like, ooh, that's not a good look there, Hulk Hogan.
I'm bloated, brother.
Trelawney grabs the uke and says that in my culture they call this instrument the wind chuckle, and it keeps demons away.
Everything is a medicine to this woman. She's amazing. I wish she was in my life.
Incredible she learned all this just in 3 years, huh?
Mm-hmm. Stop it.
Sorry.
Macron have his moment.
Okay.
Do you think she's just making it up as she goes?
I don't know. A lot of her shit's been right so far.
Stop.
I think 100%.
What a rewrite. I guess she's just a good guesser. Bruce, Spence, and Jess, they go over to scope out some flowers. When they meet the owner, Brew seems to have some kind of flashback where he's holding this man at gunpoint.
Yeah, very... Why doesn't he have a psychobilly freak out in this place, in this flower place?
I think he does have a freak out.
It's not really a freak. Like,
He fucking punches
knowing
RJ.
what happens.
What would you
Knowing
call
what
it?
happens. I would mean, like, attack this guy. Like, what are you doing?
I think at first he's not 100% sure if it's the same guy.
Yeah, because he had that mask over his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was not expecting... You guys were, bemoaning on the last episode the quality. I was not expecting this heart-wrenching, really dramatic, like First Blood type shit in this episode.
As soon as it hit black and white, I was like, I got to pay attention to this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one they submitted?
Yeah.
He was like, this is my Emmy right here.
Mm-hmm.
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 We didn't hear anything back?
Yeah, this thing played the shorts category at cons. This guy offers Brew and Spin some wine. Brew has another flashback of having his face shoved in the mud by this guy. All these flashbacks are in black and white to denote past versus present.
I figured you would turn it off, Kron.
Yeah, I was pretty annoyed. I think they were going to do the whole episode black and white to make it even classier.
That's when this finally hits Blu-ray. That episode will be
Oh,
in black
fuck.
and white.
I want the whole show.
Black and white. Episode 11. I love how it's like at least, 17 years in the past? 18 maybe? That they're in Vietnam and look exactly... I mean, I know it's TV and shit, but it's just like... It was very comical that they're still all the same fucking age.
So they're sort of admitting that they're in their 50s now, right?
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I started doing math like when I was like, wait a minute, is this supposed to be Vietnam? I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It would have been so cool if they gave Spence a hairpiece for the flashbacks. The flower man starts telling a story about how he discovered a new species of flower. His daughter went out to Bowman Bay to find it. Brew and Spence are like, Bowman Bay? That's a restricted area. Can't even send the cops over there to look for.
Yeah. What's he call it? NO5 or something?
Yeah, something
Some
like
classification? Yeah.
This guy, he's desperate. He's like, you guys got to go find her. Brew shakes this guy's hand and then immediately goes into flashback number 3. Spence has to hold him back as Brew screams, "You killed my brother." Dramatic.
Dead zoning.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
You can't even
is
joke
this-
about it. It's fucking heavy.
Mm-hmm. Is this where they start getting into a fight with each other and they
Yes.
Brew punches Hurricane and then he grabs him to hold him back and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We cut over to Thunder. Brew brings up all this shit. Spence is kind of like, dude, come on. The war is over. Brew says, for you, maybe. This guy's still fucking
he's back, dude.
trapped in Vietnam.
I mean, this show takes... when this show was made, they were closer to Vietnam than we are closer to the show. Right?
That's a good point, yeah. 'Cause it's been 30 years since the show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Florida's closer to Vietnam, yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Look it up. It's a map, dude.
Yeah, but if
Just
we
let,
go-
just
if we
let it
go
go.
west-
Just let it go. Just let it go. I got a globe right there.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
do it
how
at
I've
the
seen
break.
it.
We'll do it at the break.
the Earth is round, Dan, you can.
It's like the lady that can see Russia from Alaska.
Mm.
You can see Vietnam from Florida.
Why do you keep voting for her?
Right in every year.
I know.
Cut that, please.
Well, to be fair, he writes in Lisa Ann.
And big boobs.
But they know what you mean. They know what you mean.
Yeah, you do a crude drawing next to the name.
Another one for Lisa Ann.
Suddenly, Colonel Thacker pops up on the video call, and he's like, "Hey, you guys are heading to a top secret area. You better turn the boat around."
I like that he
this
reintroduces himself to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't seem like it would be on Thunder to me. They wouldn't. I don't think they would be tracked like this.
Yeah, why wouldn't they just start in stealth mode?
That's
all
a good
the time.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like every time I get on the internet.
VPN.
Watching these 3 episodes and having heard about it only from your pod, I was very surprised by the limitations that Thunder had, considering it's such a high-tech vehicle with such amazing tech. I was very surprised how easily it was duped or like found out in many of these episodes.
Yeah, it's the ultimate in plot technology.
Yes,
if it needs to work, it works. If they need to pull it out of their ass, they'll pull it out of their ass. Mm-hmm. But
dude, it's got some pretty cool face recognition stuff going on.
Holy shit.
When it's activated.
Yeah.
Can't do it on its own to make sure.
And it can't recognize an audio recording, but you know.
Yeah.
I do feel like every single episode, though, have they gone into like hyperspeed in every single one of these?
Hell yeah.
I think that's how they've gotten out of half of the stuff they've got involved with. Like hyperspeed.
Boat goes fast. I mean, what are you going to do?
Speed wins, baby.
Colonel Thacker's like, you better turn around. Spence is just like, all right, we'll do that. Then he shuts it off and he's like, we're not doing that. We're just going to go into stealth mode now. The boys arrive over at the island. Spence has an M16. Brew has 2 Uzis for what is presumably a search and rescue operation.
Never know, dude.
Love it.
Yeah, but they haven't been armed like most of the series this way.
Bruce also has a fucking riot gun.
Yeah.
As well. Who knows?
It's restricted for a reason. You got to come in there strapped.
And lest we forget, like, the satellite imagery that can track fucking DNA. That, like, pinpoints her to, like, a 10 square foot area. Mm-hmm. This is incredible.
They get off the boat. Brew immediately just opens fire. Just starts shooting.
And this is how it perfectly mimics Predator. Mm-hmm. Anytime at the beginning of that movie where like they think something's in the woods, it's just firing like crazy into the woods and just hitting nothing. It's perfect.
And you know, like they were thinking, oh, this is our fucking Predator shot. Because Lemon is just like one-handing every time he's firing. Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't, it's missing a few things.
You think
it's missing one of those arms getting cut off.
Yeah.
You think Hulk got passed up for Predator?
I think
like
it probably fucking rubbed him raw that Ventura was in it and he wasn't. Yeah.
He's like, how the fuck?
The guy who was actually in what was the SEAL program before it became the SEALs is he's pissed that he had the real cred and got that. I wouldn't be surprised.
He's probably like, if I just hadn't done SummerSlam 88, I'd have been there.
I was world champ. Couldn't do it.
A lot of the guys privately called me and said they wished it was me instead of Ventura.
Yeah.
I got the real script that has me in it. I'll never release it.
I was thinking about this today, though, because like when you read about this, it says that Hogan decided, I'm leaving the show. I want to go back to wrestling. Right. That's why they just did the one season. Do you think that Hogan had a really tough time separating himself from that instant gratification of the crowd? Like, he did a lot of film and TV stuff, and he's pretty good. I think for what he does, I think it's enjoyable. I wonder if you talk to him, if he would say, I don't know, there's something about doing a SummerSlam and there's 50,000 people cheering that feels pretty good, whereas, you know, a TV series, you're working 10 hours a day and you're not knowing what that feedback is. I wonder if they get hooked to that shit, and that's why these guys keep coming back when they're in their 70s, you know?
I mean, I think if that story is true, that the show ended because he left and not because it was just being canceled or whatever, and that's not saving face, then that makes a lot of sense. Because I bet a lot of wrestlers get used to that.
I can't let that be true, Brantley.
I think because I think at a certain point, his movies, like, he was falling into mediocre movies at best, whereas...
Hey, we haven't finished the filmography yet, dude.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, in wrestling, he was, like, the guy. I mean, he was, like, the number one top dude, so I guess if it's like, you do Mr. Nanny and nobody likes it, it's like, well, shit, I'll just go back to the thing I'm really good at.
Yeah, I could see that. Because this was before he turned heel in the WCW, right? I mean, that was like more like mid to late 90s, excuse me. And this is still early 90s, like 93, 94.
Yeah, I think it's a little later in the 90s when, like, the NWO comes onto the scene.
Yeah. Like 98, 99, something like that.
Yeah, when he starts painting his
late
scruff on.
Yeah.
But I thought I read that he was stepped away, and that's why he did this show. And then I thought like 3 or 4 episodes in, he went back to wrestling as well. I don't know. I might be wrong on that.
Get him on the pod. It's the only way to know for sure.
But was that by the time the 3rd or 4th episode were airing?
Yeah, I mean, that could be a pretty big time gap. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of VFX on this show. It took them a long time to color correct this and everything too. So
one dude with a laser pointer.
All right, Brew is just firing wildly. We see from a vantage point high above, the Predator is watching all this go down. The guys find some weird tracks that they can't figure out. Brew has more Vietnam flashbacks at this point. In this one, the Flower Man pulls Brew out of a cage and just beats the living shit out of him. He calls him Frank Sinatra a lot.
I see the resemblance.
Brew snaps too.
Got a beautiful voice, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love how that got nothing. Kron just continued.
Yeah. Hey, you're fitting right in, buddy.
I was trying to think if he was singing like in the cage. Or
he sings a little bit later. Is he singing the Leaky Leaky Highway song?
I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you were a POW, would you just be singing random shit all day?
Oh, yeah.
You trying to DQ, buddy? Don't quit.
Who knows how he processes his trauma?
Looks like Brew has given up already as a prisoner. I mean,
you're in a cage in water. What do you expect?
Heads above water, dude.
Yeah, but he's not singing or fighting or doing much of anything.
I thought he's literally... Terrible. I thought he's singing to himself in the flashback when Hulk shows up.
I think he only sings when he has Hulk at the end.
What are you going to be doing if you're a POW?
I'm just saying I don't think you would want to piss off the people who captured you. Like, you would just try to lay as low as possible.
You can't let them win, dude.
That's not letting them win. You're waiting for, like, their guard to drop to have an opportunity. You're fucking singing all day.
This fucker breaks first week.
Who,
first
me?
day, dude.
I'd make it longer than any of you.
He'd sell us out so quick.
I'd get to
the... Yes. Us three planning an escape, dude. tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd rat you out. Then I'd get privileges, and then I would blow up the bridge on the River Kwai. Get a medal when I come home. You three get a body bag.
We'll be playing Russian roulette, sir.
Fully loaded.
That's the sequel.
All right. Let's see. Bruce snaps to. Spence is firing on the Predator. Once the Predator's gone, Spence says, "Man, this is getting strange." The guys find the tree. They find the journal. Spence says, "Cover me," which seems dumb because Brew is a loose cannon with a gun in his hand at this point. Spence starts tracking the Predator, but he gets zapped with a fireball. Pretty crazy, huh?
He goes
That's pretty
45 feet in the air.
Yeah, this episode really showed to me the plot armor that these two characters have, because there's a lot of stuff that should have killed them in this episode, and they're just walking away unscathed.
Not even like burn marks on them or nothing.
Nothing. Not a drop of blood anywhere on their skin.
I bet they couldn't show blood in this show.
Yeah, maybe, but like, you know, I mean, you think just getting like punched in the face, you just have like a little trickle in the corner of your mouth, something like that, you know, like, but nothing.
The end of each episode should be them with like gauze in their nose and a black eye and a stake,
Yes.
you know, like
They're not even sweating.
that's the show.
It's a photo collage of
know?
the 4 weeks they spent in the hospital recovering
Yeah.
after every episode.
Cut back over.
Badass.
What a great that's a cool show idea where you end each episode with people just checking into a hospital
Fucked up.
and then the next episode they walk out and they're like, all right, what's next?
So got a cast
Yeah.
on and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, Colonel Thacker meets him at the at the front of the hospital to give them their next assignment.
All right, you punk asses, you put us behind for 3 weeks. You're going to Cuba.
Here's a plastic knife. Good luck.
And all you got's one jet ski. Thunder's in the shop.
Thunder in the shop. Holy shit. Okay, we got to Sorry, Karan.
All right, we'll try to get through this one quick. Back in Flashback World, we see Brew stuck in a cage. Spence swims up to him. He's like, "Oh, dude, I'm so happy I found you." He heard Brew and his brother got captured. Spence is like, "Here, take my knife." There's also this whole thing about like a riddle. Like every time they pull Brew out of the cage, they tell him the same riddle. And Spence is like, I don't even remember what the answer is.
A knife.
A knife.
Yeah. The blade or something is the same as tongue or something like that.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh yeah, that's it. Tongue and knife are the same word. And then for some reason, Spence says this whole damn river is a VC cafeteria. What does that mean?
Like they're fishing in it constantly? I mean, I didn't get that either.
I guess just like crawling with
Yeah.
Vietnamese, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they eat at the river and then they just throw their dirty dishes in it.
Where are they getting new dishes?
An American outpost that they overtook.
Okay.
Nice.
Do, 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 do.
What's that from?
That was the Korean War.
Oh shit, that's right. Whatever. That, but Vietnamese.
Is
All
he
right, we
going to go for Hogan's Heroes? Let's hear it, Kron.
Did that have a theme song? Hogan. Heroes. Like that?
Spot on.
Good. We see Brew. He's getting tortured again. But this time he answers this guy's riddle. gives him a knife right to his hand. I guess you see a little blood right here.
But it's black and white.
Oh, yeah, it's classy.
That's how they got around it, yeah.
Suddenly an explosion goes off. Brew and Spence fight their way out. Cut back over to present day. The Predator is attacking. The guys fire what they've got, which looks like about 10,000 rounds. They eventually find Flower Man's daughter. She's still alive. Guys radio into Thunder. They say, clear a path.
Did you write Flower Man down in your notes?
Yeah, don't they call him that, though?
I was just wondering.
I think Trelawney calls him the Flower Man. She says, you've got a meeting with the Flower Man today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they give him a name?
I was just wondering. I thought it was funny.
I don't want to get his name wrong, but they do give him a name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I have him as Flower Man.
Safe.
I like it.
They do find his daughter. They radio to Thunder, clear a path. Thunder starts rolling in. It's just shooting rocket after rocket. This gives the guys enough time to get cover, run to the boat. We see about 15 slow-mo explosions, like, as they're running on the beach.
Shit ain't cheap. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. And it gives you a charge, too, because you're like, that's from the fucking title. Like, the intro, man. Him running with that lady's ass on his shoulder. It's good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you point at your TV?
I did.
Sam, come in here.
It's just her ass because she got hit by a missile.
Yeah, her upper body was blown off. How fucking great would that be? They got to Thunder and he like throws her down and her top half is just fucking charred.
Fuck.
Well, we'll tell the Flower Man we didn't find her. And they just...
Oh no, I think they give her. They're like, we got her.
Damn it, Spence! That's the third time this month.
Well, they're doing it for free anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. Jump back over to the flashback. Brew and Spence have escaped, but Flower Man calls him out. Brew takes Spence's gun and runs up onto the Flower Man. Spence sees that there's a sniper up above. He runs and jumps in front of the bullet that's meant for Brew. These two guys narrowly escape. Spence is basically bleeding out. We see a scene where Brew is singing that Hawaiian song from the beginning of the movie. He's like, you gotta sing with me, because if you go to sleep, you're never gonna wake up. Fucking drama-packed episode, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Some good shit.
Were you guys able to take notes while you were crying so many tears?
Yeah, I managed.
Back in the present day, Brew and Spence get Flower Man's daughter on Thunder. Spence is like, dude, you gotta talk about this shit. Brew says that he regrets not shooting Flower Man in the head when he had the opportunity. He's like, I had him right in my sights, but I couldn't pull the trigger. It's not a bad thing, bro. Sometimes when they take the human out of a soldier, it sneaks back in. That's the nature of the beast. That's the title of this episode, guys.
Mm-hmm. Take a shot.
I also love the reference to like being human as being kind of the beast in some way here. Like they're trained to be like these unfeeling soldiers, but the humanity sneaks back in and, you know, that's just nature of the beast. Like that's the bad part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if only you had remained a killing machine.
Unfeeling killing machine.
Suddenly, Thunder's hit. The Predator is crawling on the back of it. The guys hit hyperspeed, but they can't shake this thing. Not even hyperspeed can get rid of the Predator.
It's got those like plunger suction cup things. He's locked in. But you couldn't see it because he's camouflaged.
Like a window washer uses?
Mm-hmm. Or like a cat burglar uses.
Or Mission Impossible, like the next episode.
Oh, man. You think he's got those gloves? from Ghost Protocol.
So
Bones,
cool.
whenever you go on horror drafts to do the Predator draft, are you going to use Nature of the Beast as
There's
one
not
of
enough Predator
your picks?
movies, sadly.
You have to keep picking them over and over.
We've drafted topics where there's not enough movies. We just make other categories. So, like, when we did Scream, there's only enough to get, I think, 2 movies each, or 1 movie each, and then you had to draft, best killers, best final girl, best, or, like, final character, best, like, side character, like, things like that. So we put up categories for stuff like that.
Could we do the AVP connected universe? Has that been done?
No. Very few topics have been drafted. We've only done about 25 episodes, so there's lots of areas to go into.
I think for
You're the best podcast. It's fucking crazy. You figured it out after 25 episodes. Fucking.
You guys are very kind. Thank you. I'm glad to hear. You guys love it so much. We're thankfully getting a little more consistent, and I hope we can just keep it up. So.
I think for Scream Best Killer, I would have picked Ghostface.
That's a good choice. Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't know why anyone didn't think of that.
Then the other guys would have to scramble. Oh no!
Oh shit! It's the loophole.
Suddenly, thunder's hit. Predator's on the back. After that's done, the Predator gets to the airlock. It's like right outside. It's trying to get into their gigantic underneath boat area. It kind of starts like, I don't know, burning its way through the door.
They say a word, and I backed it up so many times to try to make it out. It was a very long technical word, and I think he's like heating up the water, so it heats up the door.
Okay.
It was a pretty sweet melting door, though.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Salvador Dali. That was his name, right?
Oh, the painter?
I usually get the meatball down at the Salvador Deli.
Mm-hmm.
The Predator's burning the door up.
Sometimes you commit to something 2 syllables in, and you just got to go for it. And you went with me. Thank you.
Pastrami's great.
I hate how all the chairs have no decipherable shape, though. They're all just...
Well, they don't want you to stay for too long. They want you to eat and get out,
shit.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Everything's fucking melting off the tables.
That's really good.
I like how they dump half of your sandwich in the water and it starts to melt as well.
Mm-hmm. How is this not an SNL sketch?
Well,
right?
Every time I go to the Salvador Deli, I can never find my way out. There's just all these stairs that just connect to each other, and I can't figure out where the door is.
Oh, did you guys go when those fucking elephants were in there? Oh, shit.
Oh, you went to the connected Escher bookstore.
Oh.
In the back. That's what that was. Yeah.
What a
Wait,
nightmare.
did I fuck mine up? Is the stairs Escher too?
The stairs is MC Escher.
Damn it.
Also confusing, so...
Was the elephants him as well? No, that
The
was
elephants
Dolly.
are Dolly.
Okay.
I love how you guys were able to like do good references to Salvador Dali, and I just completely fucked it up with MC Escher.
Oh, we're idiots, but we're art buffs over here.
I'm like, whoa,
This is all a front,
fucking
man.
Art Lion's Den over
If
here.
it's 2 things, we love tennis and art.
Nice.
Doors burning up. Suddenly the guys are thrown backwards. Brew lands on the ukulele. Kind of makes a noise. The burning stops. Brew's like, that's it. It's the uke.
360, bro.
Brew gets up. He starts just smashing notes on this ukulele. Just not even holding it right. Just playing it.
We've established he can play it, and he's choosing to just...
Nah.
Maybe they shot this out of order.
Could be. This scares the hell out of the Predator. It instantly stops melting the door.
If Arnold only knew.
Spence yells out. He's in the water. Set thunder for neutral hyperblast.
Hell yeah.
Just three stupid words they put together.
Yeah.
The guys blast this predator with a laser that's underneath thunder now. I guess they used that to take out those mines like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, that's right.
The laser?
Yeah, weren't they like laser? Oh, no, because it popped them in the air.
Yeah.
No, this is a whole new...
He launched them.
This is a whole new laser.
It's the Hydra thrust. He's just hitting him with the Hydra thrust, but he's putting it in neutral, so he's warming it up, but he's not thrusting forward. That's what I took it as.
You're diving deep on this one.
Can you put a boat into neutral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that work? Isn't it little propellers that spin around on the back of it?
Yeah, but you got to put it in
You
gear.
turn it off.
Yeah.
It's in neutral, and then it'll go. And then if you want to slow it down, if you need, you can put it in reverse, and it kind of, gives you a little extra force to slow down quicker.
Well, does neutral spin the little fan?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
It's like turning the propellers off.
But Hydra thrust might be. Neutral might be you're warming. You're just not pushing. Right?
I don't know.
Go downstairs, open your closet, and throw your Sperry's away, dude.
I don't have any.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
You're going to get some in the mail.
The guys blast the predator with this laser, which kills it. The guys conclude that this thing wasn't from this world. The government was covering it up. That's why the island was off limits.
Fuck yeah.
Easy route out, dude.
We've had voodoo. Why not have extraterrestrial? Right?
Yeah.
Show has everything.
They never show the predator, though. It's pretty disappointing. I guess
think they had anywhere near the budget for that.
I guess it'd be IP infringement at that point if it wasn't just some amorphous blob walking around.
Well, they probably crunched the numbers and they're like, well, if we're going to blur him out X% of the time, why also design a costume?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is straight cost savings with this effect for the predator.
Mm-hmm. That got them 2 or 3 more mortar explosions.
Mm-hmm.
It was worth it.
Like shit, it took way too long to blow that tree apart.
I'd say so. Plus, they had to buy that black and white camera for the flashback.
Ah, shit, yeah. That was on real film.
Hell yeah.
Back at the scuttlebutt, everyone's sitting around jamming ukes.
Not on VHS.
Well, they still had to buy the special black and white
Yeah, I know, but
videotape.
it's. I just connected that Dan said that it was on a real film. Like,
And then I realized
this is early digital, man. This is before Mann or Rodriguez got their hands on it.
And I bet they bought like the really fast VHS that, high quality. Back at the scuttlebutt, everyone's jamming ukes. Flower Man's daughter walks over and sets down a flower. Jess kind of announces that this flower is named Labellum Paulanium. And then she says, "What does that mean?" Bruce says, "It means Paul." "Who's Paul?" "He was my brother." Roll credits.
and roll a tear, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I thought it was cool that the credits ended with Finn on this one.
Did it really?
No.
Sorry, I fucking missed that.
Look, classy as hell, dude.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Hello? Hello? Hey, am I on? Nick, am I on? Am I on with him now? Hello?
hello?
Hello? Hey, it's me. It's Gus Triconis, the director of this episode.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What an honor.
I heard through the grapevine a podcast was being done about my episode, and I had to come on. I paid some guy on the dark web $10,000 to hack me into this Zoom to come on and defend this episode. Because let me tell you something. I got a beef.
Beef away, dude.
yeah.
Consider this the Salvador Deli.
We would have just We would have just let you in, dude.
Shh. Hey, that was me. He paid the money too.
Oh,
okay.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, we'll talk later. Anyway, yes, sir.
I want
Please
my I want my third by the time this bit ends of the pay.
Are you young whippersnappers ready for me to tell you about this damn episode?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, let me tell you something. I love this episode. This was a cathartic experience for me, being able to make this episode. Years ago, long before I was working in TV, I was a film director. You know, I directed The Evil. If you guys ever saw that horror movie, I directed that picture.
Real film.
And oh yeah, real. Hey, absolutely. We no big budget, but we were shooting on film back then. You know,
Not the VHS tape used on this episode.
No, you know, TV, different budgets. You got to do what you got to do. You know, I'm making ends meet there in the 90s, you know, before I end up retiring in 2001. Anyway, back to my story. Here I am, back in the 80s. I'm an old fart back in the 80s. You know, I'm in my 50s in the 80s, right? You know, I hit 50 in 87. You know, I was born in 37. I'm 85 years young today, but, you know, still out and about, still doing it.
You look good.
Thank you. But, you know, as an older, guy back in the day, I mentor these young kids coming up, you know. They say, hey, Mr. Traconis, can I come go to the bar with you and you know, buy you a beer and just pick your brain? I'm like, yeah, of course. You know, what am I going to say no to these young whippersnappers? You know, these young bloods? Of course I'm going to help them out. Anyway, let me tell you something. I'm in the bar with this young kid, Shane Black, right? He's telling me, I want to get into the screenwriting. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I'm like, hey, I love it. You know, who knows? You know, you could do any kinds of pictures. Let me tell you about this picture I'm trying to get made. I'm trying to get this picture made about this sci-fi kind of thing, about like this alien who comes down to use Earth as a hunting ground, you know. Still writing it, still trying to work on it. But, you know, it's a passion project, basically. This is like what I want to do, you know. This is what I want to be my big A-list picture, you know. I've been in these B pictures, you know, stuff like that. I want to get to the big leagues here. And he says, that's a great idea. I love this idea. This is wonderful, amazing, absolutely. You got to do that. And then let me tell you something. Before I can finish writing that damn picture and giving it to my agent, I come see in Variety, here we go. Shane Black has written this movie called Predator, and it's about the same goddamn thing I told him about. And I'm just furious. But you know, I didn't do that thing where I put my screenplay in a letter and sent it to myself or anything before he had done this. I hadn't finished writing it yet, right?
He was just a bar.
So anyway, exactly. I'm talking to him. I'm trying to mentor this young kid, right?
No respect.
No respect. These young kids these days, I tell ya. Anyway, this was my reclamation project. This episode was me getting to come in and tell my version of the story that had never gotten to have a chance to be told before. And hey, look, I'm biased. Personally, I think it was better than the actual Predator movie. You know, we had Hulk Hogan in here. We had this Chris Lemon kid, Brew. He did great.
Funny.
He did great. You see those flashback scenes. Let me tell you something. You know what the first Predator didn't have? Backstory, POW shit. We're getting into the real shit in my episode. And I gotta tell you, that's why Predator, the first one, I love Arnie, but no, I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't have the heart that my story had.
It doesn't work.
No.
I loved it. We don't see the Predator. I think that's a great ending.
Thank you. You know, it's pretty avant-garde. I tried, you know, it's art. I'm doing art here. You know, I want to be like a Dali as you or Deli as you all would say. You know. Yeah,
it's kind
even if sometimes people confuse him with MC Escher. You know, hey, art is art, right?
Can I? Oh, go ahead, Kron.
Oh, it's always scarier when you never see the thing.
Yeah, the imagination
not even
can go wild.
100%. Your mind
That's
wanders.
why Jaws falls apart at the end. You finally see the shark for real, and you're just like, burn the reels, get this picture out of here.
Yeah,
Great. Failure.
Exactly.
Before you see the shark, it could be anything out there.
Yeah, and unlike Predator, it's got all that backstory. You know what I mean? And so you think like, this is definitely going to work, right? And then they drop it. Yep. So you hit the nail on the head there. Now, can I ask about what was the technical? How did you get the photo to show a little pinch of red in those black and white flashbacks? And what inspired that? Because I had never seen that before. You know, this is mid-'90s. It blew my mind to think that mid-'90s we're getting a black and white flashback and we're seeing a little girl and a little bit of red. Like, where do you get that? Like, what bar were you sitting in when you were hit with that idea?
Oh, let me tell you something. I think we broke new ground here. You know, that was something that I think had ever been done before that point, right? This is brand new territory. Look, I wish I could get into the technical details. I wasn't the editor on the picture. You know, I don't know what exactly they had to do, but I sat down my editor, and let me tell you something. I sat down to him and I said, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to, you know, it's going to be black and white, but I do want to pop a color. And he goes, oh gosh, Mr. Draconis, I don't know if I can do that. That seems like, you know, not something we do. And I grabbed him by the goddamn lapels and I shoved him against the wall and I said, God damn it, you listen to me, you son of a bitch. You're going to put black and white and you're going to have a little bit of red and you're going to do what I fucking say. And then, you know, he was able to, you know, suddenly he was able to do it, you know. Wow. Normally I try to have a soft touch with people, but I got to tell you, this Shane Black thing, it just, after that, it really, you know, it changed me. It burned me up inside. It did something to me. And, you know, sometimes I got a little forceful with people and, you know, it ended up working out in this situation. I mean, you know, it's funny you do mention that because, you know, I pal around with some other directors and stuff, you know, like Scorsese, you know, Fuller back in the day, you know, a little bit of Spielberg here and there. We talk about the things we were doing, all that kind of stuff. But I think they were just, you know, blown away by what I was doing on this. And I wouldn't be surprised if they learned a thing or two.
Yeah, I'd like to go and see their work after this episode and see what they took from it, you know. Yeah, because certainly it bleeds over, you know.
I would like to take the Emmy whoever won it that year and give it to you, sir.
Yeah,
you know, that's really heartening. I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. That's so kind of you to say. I truly appreciate that.
I gotta tell you, anytime you want to come in with a Hollywood story,
it's my new favorite guest.
Yeah, $10,000. You've got a platform.
I'm here. Hey, did you know Goldie Hawn was married to me? I was her first husband.
Oh, wow. We could do a whole other show about that.
Well,
that's right.
What was that like?
We were married from 69 to 76. She was great. Yeah, you know, things don't work out sometimes, but, you know, just because a relationship fails doesn't mean it was a failure. You know, you learn things, you go on and do new things. You know, I got married again to my lovely wife, Barbara Andrews, and we were together until, you know, she unfortunately passed away in 2012. And so,
and Goldie Hawn, it's not like she remarried. She's just been with Kurt Russell forever.
She actually did remarry to another guy, and then when they divorced, she went and has been with Kurt Russell.
Okay.
Sounds like maybe she's just waiting to, you know, she's just killing time.
Point,
Have you reached out? You never know.
Gentlemen, listen.
Until
I love Goldie. She's fantastic. She was wonderful. Our time together was wonderful, but I'm 85 now. I know. I mean, maybe Kurt Russell has an accident on the next Fast and Furious movie. I don't know. Listen, no, I don't know.
Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Holy shit.
This is riveting.
I've never done one of these Zoomy thingy-majobbers, so I appreciate it. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for talking to me. Yeah, Nick, how do I hang up over here, Nick?
I got you.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Brantley, all right?
I can't believe Mr. Dracula showed up to tell us about working on this show.
Crazy.
Did I miss something, guys? I'm so sorry. I had to go check on my daughter.
Is she okay?
Oh, yeah, she was fine. She just woke up.
Okay.
You know, I had to go, get her back and settled and everything. And I'm sorry I had to run out there without kind of telling you guys before, you know, we got to the end of the episode there.
It's a Zoom thing, man. You know, people got to run off, so.
This is the director of the episode. He was just given.
Oh, shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, you're going to have to listen back to this because there's no way we could repeat all the information he dropped on us.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right.
I think he's trying to.
I can't believe I missed
I think
that.
he's trying to kill Kurt Russell. To be honest with you,
I think I'm just going to give him my spot on the
admitted
show.
that?
Something might get cut out of the episode. I don't know.
Wow.
I wanted to help
Gosh, I
him.
had no idea.
speaking of
I
the
can't believe that.
of the black and white with the pop of color, she doesn't have like a red ribbon in her hair ever, does she?
It looks like a sticker.
It works in Schindler's List because you see the red coat later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is just
It's just cuz.
creative.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It just is.
The guy seen it that past weekend and did it at work.
Shane Black's going to steal from him. He's going to steal from somebody else.
You will color every frame. Damn it!
Oh, yeah, Brantley.
One by
I'm telling
one.
you. Yeah.
Whoa, Shane Black stole from him?
That's the whole story, dude.
Damn.
I don't know what to believe, Brantley. It was crazy.
That was awesome.
This is wild. I can't believe I missed all this. Jeez.
Thunder in Paradise is back, baby.
Wow.
And we'll be right back with the next episode. Welcome back, everybody, to the box set here. 5-Day Rentals special TV coverage of Thunder in Paradise. Cron Howard just took us through episode 11. So if you missed that, don't know how you got here. But
They hit skip 15 and decided to stop at some point.
Cron officially got us halfway through. So if you're wondering how much longer this is going to go.
Be 1/3. We have 3 episodes.
13. I thought there was 22.
We have 31 more episodes to talk about tonight.
Jesus.
I think,
No, we
okay,
don't.
Dan, I understand. You're saying the totality of the season, not
Episode
this
11.
particular podcast recording.
No. Yes. Episode-wise, we're halfway through. And I'm going to take you through number 12. Karan, thank you for doing that. Brantley, thank you for coming on, as usual.
I'm loving it. This has been fantastic.
We love having you.
I love being here.
Bones, you can leave. Episode
Jesus
12.
Christ, dude.
I was like,
I knew he wasn't going to.
Hey, Bones, I love that you're here, dude.
same here. I love all three of you equally. You know, just like any multiple kids if you have them. You know?
All right, Bones, you can come back.
Equally, Brantley?
Yes.
I don't get like that 34%.
Where's Nick? We need to get Nick in here.
Oh, Nick
Break
loves
this.
me.
I
Nick loves me.
love all my kids equally, and I don't want to start any beef with it. I see. Oh my god, it sounds so rude when I say kids. I just use that as a metaphor. It just makes me feel so
I get it.
lame. Yeah,
You're
No.
a, pod,
all
you're
my
a podcast
friends
daddy.
equally.
It's fine.
God.
Pod Dad.
My pod friends, I love them all equally. There you go.
All right. Buddy loves me the most. Episode 12, Identity Crisis. We start off with a giant missile being loaded and Thunder speeding towards it.
I don't know.
Spence,
Look kind of like an average size missile on me, but I don't know.
Fucking terrorist.
how many more you got?
You
Can
keep-
we get all the
He
dick
didn't
jokes
mention
out of the way
his
right
dog.
now?
At all.
You keep setting me up, I'll keep knocking them down, dude. That's the name of the game.
If we got paid in Kron's dick jokes, we'd be fucking millionaires.
You'd collapse under the weight.
What? Anyway, a giant missile is being loaded and Thunder is speeding towards it. Spence engages stealth mode and he speeds towards it. Thunder launches some artillery towards a watchtower, which is where this missile is being loaded. He starts taking a lot of fire from the guys that are on the tower.
That rocket looked great.
Like the one that Thunder shot?
Yeah, that he shoots the non-lethal gas grenade or whatever. That launch looked fucking awesome.
Well, and I love how like the Thunder goes, non-lethal missile fired or whatever, just so we know, oh no, this isn't an explodey missile. This is we're going to just knock them out missile. As if there were such things. It reminded me of like the A-Team. Whenever they would like blow up a car and it would like flip over and everything, they'd always cut to a shot of everyone like crawling out of it to show that they were still alive and the heroes weren't murderers, basically.
Can't show this many dead people on TV.
Yeah.
You're allowed to show them nude because they ain't got no souls.
It's Corncob TV.
I'm not worried about it.
There's worse shit on the evening news.
Where? What did you say? I got a goddamn hit on my hands or something like that?
I've been waiting a long time for a hit on Corncob TV.
Was there a reference to his show in Scream 6? There is.
Don't tell me because I haven't even seen 2022
There's so many
yet.
references and I don't know.
There's a reference.
My favorite.
Yep. Because the brother uses it to the chick that likes all the film.
Oh, you got to remind me. I don't remember what it is then.
He just says his show, hid the name of it.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
All right.
oh, that's funny, just like that show with such and such.
Okay.
But yes, Bones, there is a reference to I Think You Should Leave.
My favorite.
There's a bunch of podcast references too.
Yeah.
My favorite killer.
We're not in there.
In Scream 6 is Ghostface. By the way,
We know, Kron. We know.
Good
You've
choice.
won.
Don't spoil it.
You've won Scream.
I think Red Letter Media spoiled the last Scream for me.
Oh, really?
I think so. They might have been fucking with the audience, but it was enough that I was like, all right, I'm mad at you guys, and I shut off the episode for a little bit. So, and it had only been out because Jack Quaid came on and did a best of the worst. And
Wow.
oh, it wasn't even in like the Scream.
no,
5
it wasn't
episode?
it wasn't in a half in the bag.
Gotcha.
So
So they spoiled that Sidney Prescott became Ghostface
Fuck!
and was the killer in 5.
you
and that's why she's
confirmed
not
it.
back in
God
6?
damn it.
Sorry. All right. Sorry.
Did they talk about Matthew Lillard being the killer in 6?
How can he be the killer?
know.
He
I
just
don't
told
listen
me.
What?
No, he means in 6.
Oh,
six.
okay.
6, not
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Which one are we on? Episode
6.
12?
6. Oh, episode 12.
We're going back to episode 6 of Thunder in Paradise. All right, these soldiers on this tower, they go to sleepy. Spence is laughing at this the whole time. He gets ashore. He connects the missile to Thunder. He gets on top of it and rides. And Dr. Strange loves that thing out of there.
What is he, Swim Pickens?
I like that joke.
No.
It's good. It's fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it was good. You didn't get an immediate reaction, so I wanted to.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I wrote it this weekend.
That was a good.
I
joke.
laughed. Play the tape back.
Yep, same here.
Is that the one note you wrote?
No, I didn't write any notes for these. I
Back
pay
at
attention. I don't need notes.
He's got he has a notepad, but it's just crude drawings of Lisa Ann. That he's
You got to be ready to vote, dude. It's your fucking duty.
Here on 5 Days Rentals, we say vote. Make it count. Back at the scuttlebutt, Jammin' Jimmy and Tone Deaf are getting the crowd rocking. Kelly asks where Spence is. He's apparently testing a new fan boat. Trulawney and a guy have a strange encounter at the bar, and he starts calling her DJ. He asks for some jerk chicken. She's just kind of ignoring him, but you could tell he's kind of bothered because he thinks Trulawney looks like somebody that he used to know back in Detroit.
if you mistook a waitress's identity, would you still order the jerk chicken afterwards?
I
feel like
it'd
it'd
just
be
to go through.
super awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, he ordered the
you're-
jerk chicken first, I think.
Hey, you're Heather, right? My name's Deborah. All right, I'll have a number 5. It doesn't make any sense anymore. You just got to get up and leave at that point.
I went to a Deftones show, and there was a guy that we went to high school with who I could have swore it was him. And I followed the dude to catch up with him.
To his car.
No, it was still in the show before the show had started. And I was like, hey, dude. And he turned around, and I was like, wrong guy. And I just turned around. But I followed the guy. Like, I was so convinced. I still went through with it, Kron. So,
We don't know until you
Yeah,
take
but
that
you
shot,
didn't order chicken from him.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Yeah, you acknowledged that you did a wrong thing and you turned around and walked away.
I mean, is ordering chicken an intimate thing?
well, and to
between
Kron's
people?
point, like when you find out his relationship with said person, that's even crazier. It's not like, oh, I think I went to high school with you. Oh, never mind. Right?
Oh, we're talking about Carl here. I think he ordered the chicken first.
No.
And then he was like, hey,
Nope.
you look like this girl that I used to know.
I stopped myself from doing that earlier when you first said that line. I really wanted to, and I held back.
Let's let it out. I mean, we're here.
I didn't want to lose any of my swim pickings. Heat.
Oh, Dan, did you catch this guy's drink order?
You better believe I did. Hot damn.
Oh, shit.
Hot damn.
Is that Cam Hinkle?
I'm back, baby.
Can't believe
I'm
it.
back.
Stinker is back on the pod.
I'm whooped, though, boys.
Why?
damn.
What happened?
Well, what you might know, I faked my own death.
Do you have a big
Well,
insurance policy
that's
out there
true.
or something?
Well, I went deep.
Don't say that, Mr. Hinkle.
I went deep cover,
Oh,
guys.
shit.
I went deep cover.
For what?
What'd you see?
You guys heard about this Epstein fella?
Yeah.
Oh, did you know Epstein?
I didn't know Epstein, but I know of the people that are more Epstein than that Epstein was.
Oh,
Shit.
This is
Talking about Q?
We're talking fuck you, buddy. We're talking old school Illuminati.
Oh, shit, dude.
Double eagle, bro.
That's right. I was recruited by former special forces, and they put me inside. So I went deep.
Can you
I am raw, dude. It was orgies and sex parties working my way through.
Can you
Damn, I am whooped.
can you name names?
Stay hydrated.
Well, obviously a shit ton of sweet tea.
Dude, just tell me one thing.
Hell
Just
yeah.
tell me one thing.
By the way, who's this sexy hunk?
Hold on.
I'm just so excited to be on the pod when the Kim Hinkle shows up. This is a real.
You're making me feel real good.
Better than the
I've
orgy
been
did?
hearing you.
Well, listen, there's diminishing returns with ejaculations. Let me tell you that, my friend.
Sure.
Was Kanye West there?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, why did you go into deep underground cover if you can't name any names?
He might still be in, Kron.
What was the point of all this?
Because I'm trying to get to the top. I'm not trying to burn my bridges on the way there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh.
Reporter doesn't give away its sources.
Give the guy a break.
Detective don't burn his informants, okay?
So you're not going to name any names until you've gone
So
to
if
the
I
tippy
fuck
top.
next to Kanye West, that's my business, okay?
Okay.
Are you peeing right? I mean, you are drinking a lot of sweet tea.
Well, goddamn, your brain needs glucose. And your cock needs moisture. Let me just tell you that. So, of course, I was drinking sweet tea.
Are
I'll
you
tell you this.
smoking cigarettes still?
I tell you what, girls don't like smoke no more.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, they
That
don't.
made you look cool.
Well,
do the
I'll
guys
still
still like it?
the guys do.
Oh, okay.
But I think when I say like, "Hey, I smoke," they took that as something else. You know what I mean? But
Oh, gotcha.
So you got high.
I don't. Dan, I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, weed is the new smoke. Yeah, I got it.
No, you're still on that.
well, now that I'm back stateside, let me tell you, it's everywhere.
Where were you?
Kim. Well,
Yeah, I was going to say, so this was out. This
I was
wasn't in the
offshore.
States.
Yeah.
Do you?
International waters.
I had a buddy who's familiar with infiltration. He took me out there and he trained me and he put me in the mix. And that mix was usually 4-to-1 female.
Those are good numbers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why do you have to do so much fucking to get to the top of the Illuminati?
Because Illuminati's fuck, dude.
So how many steps on the rung of this ladder have you gotten on now that you've been undercover?
I will say at one point, I think my ass bumped up with another ass cheek of possibly a number 2 and number 3 Illuminati. So that's about as...
Is that like shaking hands in an orgy?
Yeah. Well, it's real awkward because, you know, our thrusts, we had a good rhythm, and then he got kind of synced, and then we slapped Browns. It was a little weird. I turned around. He had that weird-ass mask on. Now, me, I didn't have any mask because I'm, you know, I got to move quick. So I just put my hand over my face like this.
Oh, weird. I thought it was more about the ceremony than the...
So...
That's what I thought, too. I thought it was more just the pageantry of the whole thing. And
Do you keep an eye out there? Do you do that thing?
Yeah, it's like this.
Mr. Hinkle, did you just happen to catch Eyes Wide Shut, like on TV?
That was part of the training material that my handler put together for me.
Kubrick went deep.
Is it always a bummer to have to explain who you are at the Illuminati orgies? Because it should
Covered up, dude.
It should be all name basis, though, right? Like you should know the other people when you get to those upper echelons.
Well, people use names like ISIS or Canyon. You know, like that's what we go by. So,
what was yours?
Did you?
Yeah, what was your code name?
Leatherface.
Oh,
I needed to keep a little piece of me there. You know, little piece.
Did you get any of the nuclear codes?
Wait, so so you were a Leatherface, but you refused to wear a mask at the orgies? You just chose to put
I'm
your
a lifelong smoker. My skin's fucked up on my hands, so it like worked out, right? Like you seen a smoker's hand.
Yeah, you got all those liver spots and shit all over your body.
Is the Pope part of the Illuminati?
Can neither confirm nor deny, but I mean, he's cool for a reason, let me tell you that.
All right. Shit.
The bummer is I kind of like these people. For years I've been talking about Illuminati running shit, and then you get in there and you fuck with them, and you're like, damn, you know?
Just like us, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these guys got moves, huh? I mean...
You
build
walk
up
a
a
mile
little
in a
respect.
man's shoes, or you fucking jizz in his wife. I mean, you're going to feel... I got dirty, y'all. I'm telling you, I went deep.
Hey.
I used to be clean as hell.
Yeah, you used to apologize for cussing on this show.
Yeah, I know.
I'm worried that you're going to want to stay in, Mr. Hinkle.
I don't know which way is up. And in an orgy, that's fucking dangerous.
Sure.
Why are you wearing the exact same outfits that Serpico did, like in the movie?
I don't watch that shit.
Whoa.
I watch fuck movies, dude. I'm deep in it now. They wipe
Mr.
my
Hinkle.
brain.
Thank you for coming on. We were worried. I think we should be more worried.
Yeah, if anything, I'm more concerned.
Well, I'll come back in another year or something. Who gives a fuck, motherfuckers?
Don't make it that long.
That or
Well,
I'll
next-
come back once I get a fucking other Netflix credit, because
It's coming.
I miss that Netflix money, y'all.
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean, we might have a sweet tea category in season 2. You never know.
You're still probably picking up like $1 or $2 here and there. from Netflix. Somebody's got to stumble across it every...
I was going to say, I'm surprised you missed that Netflix money. The streamers are kind of one of the big points of contention with the WGA right now. It's kind of one of the main reasons they're going on strike, because they don't pay very well.
Yeah. Luckily, I stole a gold amulet from the bottom of a dog pile, so I'm going to hawk that. So I can live for a while we're striking.
Just ask for a loan. Some of these guys are bizmillionaires, right?
Oh, you'll look like an idiot, though, asking for a loan at the orgy.
After it calms down.
These are made guys, Dan.
You edge a man long enough, though, he's putty in your hands. Shit.
Sure.
Kim Hinkle, everybody.
So nice to meet you, sir.
And you too, buddy.
All right. Did we get him back?
What's up? Sorry, my dog was barking.
Kim Hinkle showed up.
No way. He hasn't been on the show in fucking forever.
You need to text that guy. He is in some trouble.
He's in trouble?
You won't believe
he's
the
so
shit
clean
up to
cut.
now.
Not anymore, baby. Not anymore.
Do you say my dog is barking when you get home from a long day and take off your one sock?
Yeah. And then my wife kicks me back outside, and I say, but I took my one sock off. So it starts a whole thing.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Please continue, Dan. I need to take a minute.
Trelawney, Carl orders a jerk chicken. He's very bothered by this. He asks if Trelawney is somebody that he used to know back in Detroit. He says DJ Morin was his girl who disappeared before their wedding. Trelawney says, no, I guess we just look alike. And she's like, hey, I got to go take a break. So she takes off. We cut back to Spence. He's tearing it up the Everglades. Here's Everglades on this fan boat. With some very 90s music going on.
The fucking music choice on this. Holy shit. It's a perfect show. I have no notes. But what is this? I dig.
And they stay on this so long. That's one thing I noticed watching these. Like, they will have these like slow motion scenes or these scenes of like inconsequential stuff that go on way too long, and it feels like they're just padding it out
100%.
to get to that 44-minute mark.
100%.
3 to 4 minutes. It really is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, though. I mean, they got all the filming done, and they were like, shit, it's 33 minutes. Like, what are we going to do?
I think they know. I think they're writing that shit in there. Because they do it in the next episode, too, with the jet ski.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fucking
that one was like
shit.
the biggest offender.
But what is the decision of like, well, normally this song would be used on somebody hacking. Like, what's the furthest thing from hacking?
It's got to be Friends.
Fan boat on a fucking bayou.
Hey, Jacob's band, they have that song. Let's put it in there.
It's a good song, though, too.
It's not a terrible song. It's
not
very 90s.
Resident Evil 4, The Bullet and the Blade good, but it's pretty fucking good.
Spence, he meets up with Patton here. He wants him to record an ad for the fan boats. We cut to Spence, and he does. He records it.
Oh, wait.
I
love when he gets off the fan boat, because this guy is like, I could tell by the way you drive that boat, you'd have made one hell of a test pilot. It's like, what? He's like, you shouldn't have gone into the Navy.
Yeah. He said you should have went in the Air Force.
Based on how good you operate a boat.
On a boat, yeah.
It's insanity.
What do you think of my polymer undercoating?
I mean, it goes across the grass. It's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to Spence editing the audio that Spence just recorded for the fan boat. We're cutting back and forth. It plays a video of Spence saying that he wants $1 million or he will use a missile to blow up downtown Miami. Something fishy's going on here.
Did he say 1 million when the guy's recording him?
I thought it was $1 million.
Yeah.
I think he does.
When he's cutting the tape together, he says 1 million, but I don't know if he says it to...
I think he does.
I don't know. I backed it up.
He says something like you could go to 1 million other dealerships or some shit. I don't know.
You could go to 1 million other boat polymer manufacturers.
But you're not going to beat this deal, brother. Spence says that should do it. He rips off his face. And gentlemen, grab your bleach, throw it on your head, go pick up the heaviest thing you can, and set it down, because the best villain has finally returned to Thunder in Paradise. It's HammerHead.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Back from the dead again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This guy's got 9 lives. I mean, you can't keep him down.
Baby.
Well, shit, I hope we get him 6 more episodes on.
No, you get Hulk Hogan on the phone.
Did Dan cut out?
No.
Yep. He's gone.
want Hogan on the phone right now. I need
to
talk to him.
It's a star-studded night.
Shh, sorry, Brantley. Sorry.
No, I'm here for it.
You know what? 5-day rental. Brian De Palma here.
That's Brantley.
We'll get to him. Thank you. I just want to thank you. I don't
welcome.
do that enough. I don't thank you guys enough.
Well, it's
All
not
right. You're starting high. Where's this going?
I'm going to make some money off of this.
I got $10,000.
Directly ripping me off.
Hey, you got $6,666, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Ripping his face off. That's all me. That's Mission Impossible.
You haven't done that yet, though.
No, I got it written down. I sent it to myself.
Oh, you mailed the script to yourself?
That's
do you
binding.
think I'm an
I've
idiot?
heard that's binding.
I know of a guy who didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a world
He
famous
probably got
director.
screwed.
You don't think I do that? I do that. Kron, I got lawyers, okay?
Wait, your
Don't even
fucking
got
movie
lawyers.
was a reboot of a TV show where they did that shit first. So calm down, dude.
And this is a TV show. Am I wrong?
Yeah, copying another TV show.
Are you copying me?
I guess he's saying it's a copy of a movie that he made, which is copying an earlier TV show.
I got lawyers.
Which hasn't come out yet.
I got lawyers, okay? You bringing it to my attention now. Thank you.
Well, that's partially why we're bringing this to the world.
Holy mackerel, yeah. What is this show, by the way?
It's the box set.
I mean, it got Hulk Hogan in it, right? I'm suing his ass.
Yeah, it's got
Good luck.
Ho Hogan.
Good luck.
I would caution you, considering his history of winning in legal battles.
Gawker much? Well, shit. This is Brian De Palma, the fucking ultimate gawker.
Shit.
I seen the tape, the porno tape. Yeah, I know you guys are trying to avoid it, but I've seen it. I got a hold of it today.
I don't think you can access it anymore.
You want me to send it to you?
It's been scrubbed.
What was the box thing you sent me where I send the MP8s or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
The box score?
You just send us blank audio, by the way. I'm already recording your audio. You send me, it was like 3 hours of dead air last time.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, I'm so pumped up and angry right now that I got to sue this guy.
Last time you just uploaded a PDF, there was a bunch of crude drawings of Lisa Ann.
I think that was Bones's.
It wasn't even an election year.
Yeah.
I will say get out there and vote. Anyway,
they were all signed Brian De Palma.
The Big Show. Who's that? I don't know. Apparently, I got to go talk to this guy. Guys, thank you so much. I might cut you in on the cash that I win. Brantley, big fan of horror drafts. Call me anytime. Okay?
Wow, thank you. Hey, I love Snake Eyes, man. That movie rips.
Oh, not much people do, but, Nick Cage, you got to love him. Anyway, horror drafts way fucking better than 5-day rentals. Those guys suck ass. All right, I got to go.
We agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
literally have never argued against that statement.
Yeah, this whole thing was a stepping stone to get on. We're Thunder in Paradise. That's Baywatch, buddy. All right.
What are you? What happened? My kid woke up.
Oh, you're back. There. Hey, I'll give you one guess who showed up when you had to take off.
Well, I know it wasn't Brian De Palma because he showed up last week.
Well, he fucking has his own speed dial apparently because he came in to
he showed
complain
up
about
2 episodes in a. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He must have been angry about something.
We've been. Yeah, I'll tell you this: we've been saturating the market quite a bit with some of our guests.
Yeah. Sorry, Brantley. Sorry.
No. Hey, I feel honored that I get to meet Kim Hinkle and Brian De Palma on this episode. I am just psyched. That's
You're
awesome.
one up on me. I've never met Kim Hinkle.
Dude,
Such a bummer.
That's wild.
I got to meet Gus Traconis tonight. So.
Yeah, he was fucking kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I can't believe I missed that guy. Oh man, you guys
It's
told
like
me that, and I was
right up
just
your
like,
alley
how?
too.
I know. Oh man,
You know he's married to Goldie Hawn?
get the fuck. Are you serious?
He talks
God
about it.
damn it. I missed. I can't believe it. Oh man, I'm gonna worry. I'm gonna be disappointed by that the rest of my life, I think.
We cut back to Kelly and Trulawney. They meet up to talk about what happened with the dude at the scuttlebutt. Kelly presses her for more information.
We
Trelawney
get Kelly in an episode?
Yeah. Finally. I never noticed.
This is like 1 out of 4 she's averaging currently.
Well, she's still heartbroken from the whole Sultan thing.
Well, it's bullshit. She's in the fucking opening credits, but Trelawney's not.
She did kind of get her own episode. I mean,
It's true.
They've saved her.
That was a
twice,
movie.
maybe?
that was a movie.
Was that the movie? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it was. Trelawney explains that her name is not Trelawney, guys. That it is DJ. Carl at the bar earlier was right, and then she takes off her braids. It's not even her real hair. She is from Detroit, and that was her fiance.
She's just been making up all that voodoo ukulele shit.
Exactly my point, dude. In 3 years,
Bombshell.
she has mastered an entire culture. It's incredible.
Kiki Shepard, you're a great actress.
It's a subtle roll in and roll out of the accent too. Isn't it crazy? Like,
Do it for us, Bones. Do the accent.
I would love to hear it, Bones, to be honest.
Give the people what they want.
all right, all 3 of you shut the fuck up because you all in your head have done it whenever you watch these episodes. Everybody does a Jamaican accent, but we're all conscious enough to go, nope, not going to do that. But when we're not around anybody, we're all doing Jamaican accents. Okay? Okay? Certain. I know I'm not the only one who's not doing it because we're not supposed to do it, not because they don't want to. Okay?
You're making me crazy right now, dude.
That's okay. You're allowed to do that.
I mean, it seems like it worked out okay for Chet Hanks. Like, isn't he doing?
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on an episode of Atlanta, kind of doing his that accent and everything?
I only watched the first season, but I wouldn't put it past them to have him on.
I thought I heard he was.
I saw his, is it all gas, no brakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that clip.
Damn.
All right, Trelawney hates that she has lied to everyone and explains that she was in a witness relocation program because she witnessed a murder. We cut back to Spence and Brew at their place. Spence calls Brew fat, and just as that happens, a smoke grenade busts through the window and goes off, and a SWAT team raids the place.
Are you making aspersions about my abdominals? I thought it was a good line.
He's not that fat either. I mean,
He's fucking
pretty in
shredded.
shape.
No.
Yeah.
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 I'd take that, yeah.
Yeah. If that's fat, I wish I looked.
He is healthier than Hogan.
I think so. All right, they arrest Spence for stealing government property. We cut to Hogan. He's being investigated about the missile theft. The cop shows him a picture of him.
Oh no, a recording I didn't authorize. Art imitates life, huh, brother?
Hulk maintains his innocence and gives his alibis about the fan boat, and the cop pokes all kinds of holes in the story with a timeline. Hulk says it was all a setup. The cop plays the video that HammerHead made about Miami, blowing up Miami. Hulk says that he's been deep faked. Well, he didn't say that, but yeah. The cop asks if he's or where he is going to launch the missile at. Hulk says he doesn't know anything that he's talking about. We cut to HammerHead. He's underwater checking out his missile with some goons.
What a nothing sequence, huh? Them diving around the missile. That's truly the 2 minutes to pad the episode.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting a sexual charge from it, I think.
You were...
Well, that goes without saying with HammerHead.
You were as you were watching the episode?
No, HammerHead is getting a sexual charge from the missile.
Oh, gotcha.
Were you?
No, I thought you said I was getting a sexual charge.
You guys aren't sexually charged?
Get that drop. Back.
Well, I am now, but not when I was watching.
Well, yeah, we've been talking about it. Yeah.
I've been sexually charged ever since we mentioned edging.
Mm-hmm.
Back at Hulk and Bruce place, Jessica. Little Jessica is asking about the situation with her father. Brew explains that it's all fake and not to worry about it.
Fake news.
He's going to figure it out. We cut back to DJ, formerly known as Trelawney. She explains, or she is confronted by her former fiance, Carl. He just wants a reason why she left him. She says she left him because she loved him. Or she said that she left because she loved him. And she says, come along with me, I'll tell you what happened. Back with Brew, he pulls up in his fucking sweet ride here.
Oh, fuck,
I didn't catch what it was. I don't think it was a Corvette, but
it looked
Maserati.
I was thinking maybe Nissan Z, like 300 or something, maybe like late 80s, early 90s, but.
He goes in. This is a shop where Thunder is. The dude starts explaining all the changes he made.
Okay, I hinted at this before. Why would they put Thunder in a shop? We are sold on the fact that Brew built this thing with his bare hands, right? Like, does all of the upgrades. Seems fucking wild to me that the install of new engines is done by... Right? Again, perfect show, no notes, but...
There were other people working on it, not just Brew, right? It's not like he's just renting out the space to work on it, right?
Which that I would have maybe believed. Like if they said something like, no, it's been in the garage, blah, 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 and put a shitty little gate that he's got to go through. You know, like he rents access to that little area, but...
Yeah, it doesn't shock him.
Perfect show.
Brew insists that they need to put Thunder into water as soon as possible because he knows that the feds are going to show up to impound Thunder. But before they can get all this done, the feds do show up. They hop onto Thunder, and of course he goes into protection mode and shocks all the feds, so they all jump into the water. Then he seals up tight into stealth mode and takes off. Brew was controlling him the whole time. Did Shields mode?
I remember Batman 89 when he yells Shields when he's running off with the...
Never seen it.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Different Batman.
Bong.
Fear me.
That's right.
It's not that one.
Catwoman?
I was born in the dark.
Doctor says a palm or something. Cut that out. That sounded terrible. Back in lockup,
Live with it.
Hulk's just hanging, singing some songs. Brew and Thunder locate Hulk.
He's singing a very particular song.
What song would that be, Karan Howard?
Well, I don't know. I had to make a
And I don't want to miss a thing.
quesadilla during this episode, so
Had to.
yeah.
You could have hit pause.
Yeah.
He's singing the
Could have.
Lika Lika Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't notice that, Karan?
I think I was making a quesadilla during this part.
Are you being honest right now?
Yeah.
How loud was the sizzle on that fucking quesadilla, dude?
You gotta get your cast iron up to fucking molten.
All right. You can finish the rest of the plot on this episode, please.
Why? This was your episode.
Have you done this where you put the quesadilla in one pan, right? And then you have a smaller cast iron that you have on a burner next to it. And then instead of flipping the quesadilla, you pick up that hot pan and you put it on top.
Karan,
And you let it cook from the top.
please, Karan, let him have it.
Now I've dirtied 2 pans.
Well, here's another way you can do it. You could also do it without getting the pan hot and put a piece of aluminum foil over the top of the quesadilla and just use the other one as like a weight on top of it. And then flip it. And then you're not dirtying the pan because you got that aluminum foil shield in the way.
See, that's what I was doing. I was using another pot to press it. And then I thought, like, well, shit, if I heat this up, I'll cook it twice as fast. And then I won't have to flip it. And then your fucking peppers and all that shit in there isn't falling out.
You just throw it in the microwave and hit 6 minutes. And
Ugh.
I'm kidding. I'm
Get
kidding.
the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm kidding. I cook it in a pan.
Brew calls for a harpoon deployment.
Wait. And Kron's bitching about dirtying pans. This guy's notorious for leaving peanut butter spoons.
A spoon's a lot less effort than a pan.
A pan's just a bigger spoon.
Why is it dirty? You're going to put it back on a burner. It's going to heat all the oil or whatever.
We're only on the second episode.
It's dirty because you've cooked a quesadilla in it.
Not the press top one.
I don't do that method. I flip it over with a spatula.
Okay, but you asked me why would you do that under the pretense that you didn't want to have to wash another pan. And I'm telling you don't have to wash that other pan.
The bottom's dirty.
It's going to... Continue, Dan.
Brew calls for a harpoon deployment. Fires it through the bars of the jail window. Hulk sets it up, and Thunder grips it and rips it, boys. Pulls those bars, the piece of the wall, out of this jail. Hogan is hanging on for dear life. Takes the ride all the way into the water. I don't know how he survives this, but he manages to. They cruise away.
A Fast and Furious movie and the A-Team movie both steal this. Like the grapple the door off the back of a bus and a character jumps and rides that.
Somebody's getting sued.
Mm-hmm.
This was a genuinely surprising part of the episode. I thought he was just going to step back and let the wall be torn off.
Yeah.
But the fact that he holds on to those, like the rebar or whatever it is in the window, was kind of surprising, as ridiculous as it was.
It's fucking cool.
It was cool.
It's cool as hell. I will say this. It's kind of a useless grappling hook that you need somebody on the other side to open it up, though.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a team effort. Hulk eventually...
That's a fucking camera tripod that they spray painted.
Silver.
Yeah.
Hulk eventually skis on top of this piece of wall and throws up a rip'em. Back at the scuttlebutt, DJ, formerly known as Trulawney, is explaining to her former fiancé what happened. She says she did the right thing, but the killers put out a contract on her, so she had to leave. She said everybody would have been in danger if she was stayed. Carl and DJ confess that they still love each other. We cut back to Hammerhead and his crew. They have a launch time now for the missile. They're just kind of hanging out in the middle of the water. Hammerhead yells at Hulk's face that he has on his hand.
He's doing a fucking Hamlet to this thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that Hamlet?
Yeah. With the
Okay.
I think so, right? It's a skull. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
It was Othello. Everybody just lied to you.
Fuck.
He's yelling about revenge that he's been waiting for this long. Hulk makes it back into Thunder and tells Brew that it must be Hammerhead. Brew doesn't think he survived the last time he's seen him. That would be the C. Quentin episode. Go back and check that out.
Isn't there, is that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was in 2 back-to-back.
Oh, yeah. The
Brew does.
first one's where he kills him in the Everglades or something.
Yeah.
Brew does the work to find Hammerhead here. He says, let's try to find his boat by chance because he'd want it back if he got out of jail, which is pretty smart, actually. And Thunder locates it. Hammerhead gets an update about Hulk and that he escaped from the jail. Thunder scans. He finds the missile. Hulk says he's going underwater, as usual.
There should be no terrorism on the planet
I agree.
with Thunder's capabilities, right?
Dude, that is a bold statement.
Yeah, I thought you were just making a general statement, and then you qualified it.
Hey,
so.
number 1, I take a big stance. There should not be any terrorism.
Wow.
Number 2,
Fucking
in the
brave,
world,
dude.
Super brave.
Number 2, in the world of Thunder in Paradise, how can this shit exist? Thunder should just be on fucking autopilot, traversing the globe, just scanning shit.
This sounds familiar to a platform of a very, very awesome candidate that I always vote for president. It's a lady.
Bones, that all sounds good and well.
Well,
but
Lisa Ann wants to go out to the ocean for other reasons.
I love big missiles.
it all sounds good and well, Bones, but eventually it comes down to, like, who's watching the watchers? You know, who's...
Fucking Damon Lindelof. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, you know, when it's patrolling on autopilot, isn't that technically AI? You know, like a program that's being used to run it? You know. Is this going to bring on Judgment Day?
God, I hope.
Please.
Damn, dude, you're a Skynet advocate.
Fucking blow me away at a fucking playground.
Why are you at a place?
Yeah, why are you there?
I don't want to
you're
be.
not allowed.
Please end it.
All right, Hulk goes underwater. They want to take out both the missile and the boat. We got a countdown of about 8 minutes here. Hammerhead sees Thunder. They take off. They fight. Hammerhead and his goons, they start firing on Thunder. Hulk finds the missile. Hammerhead dives in after him. Hulk and Hammerhead do their best underwater battle fight again, while Brew takes out all the other boats. They separate underwater, and the missile starts to launch. Hammerhead hightails it out of there. He gets back on his boat because he knows the missile's going to launch. Hulk pushes the missile off the launch pad, and he saves the day. Hulk gets back to Thunder. Thunder sees another boat heading towards them. I believe this is the Feds. I think. It's not Hammerhead's boat. I think this is the Feds. Brew analyzed the boat that's coming at him with Thunder and recognizes that it's graphite. And a laser... Graphite? And a laser...
Well, it
disintegrates
says
the
graphite, and then they both like look at each other and they go, graphite. Like,
Gotta love graphite.
Yep.
A laser pops up and disintegrates the boat, and they both laugh. Brew and Hulk, they hit the hyperspeed. They find Hammerhead's boat. Thunder just straight up runs through fucking Hammerhead's boat, causing it to blow up. Hammerhead's not very happy.
Hammerhead had Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Hammerhead killed Hogan. He could have killed Hogan.
Yeah, but what? I don't know. Perfect show. No.
Again, yeah, perfect. No notes. Again.
All right. DJ is now formerly known as Trelawney. She explains that this is her life and she can't leave. She wants Carl to stay there, but he explains that he's already married. That it's just been too long. She's happy for him, and he promises that he will never tell.
What is this guy, Goldie Hawn?
Mm-hmm.
Hulk explains that HammerHead was taken
I think
to prison.
He does say, like we were together 3 years ago. I had to move on. I'm not going to
Here's my question.
waste my life.
Do you think it was like an honest, like he just came upon this resort in the scuttlebutt and just, happened upon her? Or do you think he was actually researching and trying to find closure?
I get nothing to think that it's the latter.
Yeah,
I didn't either, just random.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And again, perfect show,
Yeah.
no notes. It feels weird if it's random and he just happens upon her.
And all you would need to do is just have him walk up to her with his new wife. Or like he's at the resort there with her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because otherwise
Now we
he's
know
saying
the secret,
he's married,
though.
but he's at a resort by himself.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe it's their own business, baby.
Yeah, this is definitely the type of place that a business puts a salesman up in.
He came in for the Monster Jam.
That's next week, though. What do you got here? A week
Got
ahead?
there early, dude.
Okay.
Maybe he's playing some golf. Maybe he's on a Buds tour, dude. All right. Hulk's back at his place. He explains that HammerHead was taken to prison, and he promises to wear him like a coat if he ever would get out. And he says, I don't think he can ever break out. Hulk also says that he would be too big to fit HammerHead.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk says this. Hulk says he doesn't think he'd ever break out of prison again. Out of nowhere, HammerHead jumps out from behind the sofa and starts choking Hulk. They wrestle on the floor. A what the fuck moment coming here. Hulk goes for the sleeper hold, reaches down, rips off his face. It was Brew the whole time.
Classic.
So funny to impersonate the guy who tries to murder your dad.
I also do love how the mask that covers the face somehow changes their bodies to be more muscular and the proper larger size if needed.
It's good tech.
It's amazing.
It's a bodysuit.
It's a car. Yeah, it's a Carhartt.
They just only
underneath there.
take off the head part.
And that's it, guys, for episode 12. But lucky for you, listener, we have one more.
Identity Crisis is the name of the episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next one.
Doesn't it seem fucking wild that the main plot and the subplot of this, they figured out a way to run in parallel stories about stolen identity. Like, I think it's important to call out some of the impressive stuff about this show. Like, to actually write in that, oh, Trelawney is in witness protection and not really Trelawney. Set against fucking... Brantley, it seems like you're understanding what I'm saying. It's just, for this type of show, this is like too good of a... It should be just like one or the other, right?
This is why writers' rooms are important. And you
Yeah.
get the people in there who can craft a strong B story that ties into the A story. This is great stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was surprised by how good some of the stuff in some of these episodes was.
Okay,
they
let's
dig
be
into
honest.
some
This was a D into a C, okay?
I was expecting an F, so
Okay.
pleasantly surprised.
Oof.
I also used to always love the episodes of Knight Rider when there was like the evil twin version of him, of Michael Knight with the mustache and everything. So this sort of
don't say that.
played off of that a little bit.
Did you say don't say that? Did those scare
Yeah.
you, Dan?
No, I just don't want to cover that whole series.
Knight Rider?
Yeah. We did say, like, when we first started out with Thunder in Paradise, that, like, it fucking works, like, somehow. It really does.
Yeah,
And like I said, I think it's back.
besides the previous 3 episodes, I think it's managed to work.
Yeah, that second movie, I don't know who put that together.
Second movie was
Shit.
better than the episodes that came after it.
I think so. But also, I think it was just an episode that they went, all right, that one, stretched that one.
Mm-hmm.
Where this one, I think, would have been a good candidate as a movie.
I think the Vietnam one would have been.
Again, yeah, I think you're right, too. I think either of these would have been better than that.
The
Vietnam
Vietnam
kind of
one felt like it had the
explains.
least fat on it. And you could have, gone a little further.
Well, it also explains kind of how they met too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, why wouldn't you put that in there?
How does Kelly treat Trelawney going forward? Like, do you feel weird calling her,
Well,
like,
Does-
after
that's
she's
true.
revealed
Sure.
herself and stuff? Like,
because in the next episodes, people do refer to her as Trelana, but I don't think Kelly does. Right? We
Kelly's
don't
not
see
there,
Kelly.
yeah.
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 That's a good point.
Well, does she just go back to doing the like Trelawney voice and
No.
yeah, 100%. Because
Yes.
she starts mentioning all sorts of voodoo or like sort of Creole, whatever that Jamaican.
yeah, it's just
Like-
it's so weird to be like
Yeah,
like finally I can be my real self. And then it's like no, I'm going back. I'm too deep. I'm like
That's something.
Or maybe she can only be her real self with Kelly. And so, we just haven't seen that yet.
That's what I was
listen,
gonna
I've been
say.
there. When you get deep, you get locked in, and you are
Never
deep.
fucking logs off. Jesus. What are you, Mr. Hinkle?
I got the Verhoeven problem today. Apparently,
we've
I'm just
explained
popping
this.
back in. I'm sorry. I've been away from computers. I've been knee deep in puss, man. This is
Jesus Christ.
This is such a different. It's just so funny. It's so interesting hearing you say, all of this stuff, Mr.
it's
Hinkle.
so
I'm just so used to
foul.
the clean
It's
cut.
so foul.
It really is. You go take a smoke break and think about what you said
Okay.
are you
tonight.
vaping now that it's not
Well,
so popular?
I'm snoozing. I'm patching. I'm vaping. I got to keep that steady
Oh, you're
stream.
Hold on.
probably getting more nicotine now that you're doing all
was gonna
those
say-
things at once.
Is there loads of drugs at these things? Like,
Kron, you're onto
just-
something. That might have something to do with my change in personality.
Yeah, you're operating at like 50 milligrams of
Yeah.
nicotine.
All right. I got to get off here because this Internet Explorer says I need to edge. So I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna
it's
do
just
it.
it's just a new internet thing. It's a new internet.
All right. Episode 12. Good job, dudes.
It's
Thanks,
so good
Mr.
to see
Hinkle.
you again. Take care, Mr. Hinkle.
Just stick around. No, don't.
All right, welcome back. Episode 13, part 3 of this extended box set episode. Thank you for hanging in there, Brantley. You're a champ.
I'm loving it. Let's do it.
Absolute champ. So you were telling us at the break that you were almost a little uncomfortable by some of the things that Kim Hinkle said. So hopefully the remainder of this episode is clean. Now, I didn't hear that. I'll hear when I edit this, but hopefully this episode will. And it's a royal, regal episode, right? There's no reason for this one to get dirty.
Of course.
It is.
This is
It is really nice for us to have a guest on that has even a shred of dignity to them. Because we have so little ourselves.
But that's the 5-day rentals charm, right? Like we play in the mud, so people can come play, get a little dirty, and get out, right? Like everybody's got to work that shit out. Bad impressions, worse jokes. Just this is an open mic, baby. So he can be top of his game on horror drafts.
Hey guys, I quit.
Why?
Did you say why?
Yeah.
Dan, don't steal
You
my
fired
bits.
me earlier.
Don't steal my bits, dude.
I'm not going
We
to.
just said that this one was going to fly. All right.
We've been promising too much for season 2.
I've been called in as relief pitcher here. It's time to go. We're getting into Queen of Hearts.
He doesn't know what that reference means.
Yeah. What pitches would you have?
Yeah, what's you... All right, ready? He's not even looking.
No.
I'm looking.
Are you a classic, like, 3-pitch type of guy? What do you got?
What do you got? Oh, that's a curve. Kron. Oh, we're going slider. Oh, knuckle.
It's whatever the fuck I want it to be. Me and the catcher work out our own signals.
That's in the locker room later, bro.
Were you doing a ripper?
Dude.
Oh, you doing a shocker?
Yeah.
Ripper Brantley is actually Hulk Hogan's move from No Holds Barred. It's not a sexual thing.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know.
I don't know.
I was a little lost.
It is for me, damn it.
All right. Queen of Hearts, dudes.
My girl
We're on the
loves the
beach.
Ripper, dude.
All right, bear with me here. It's family day, okay? Brew, Jess, and RJ, they're out for a nice jet ski ride. We got Edward finally in this episode. He's off with some uptight Brit lady, but more on that later. And we also got this stacked, and that's about as inappropriate I'll get. Woman walking up the beach. But guys, that's not what's important. What's important is the 3 fucking monster trucks cruising down the beach. We got a cowboy riding atop one of these bad boys, and he's calling out Spence. They pull up. They form a little fucking stagecoach type circle with their monster trucks. Spence is like, just stay with Brew. I gotta go defend my honor. And they fucking throw down this cowboy and Spence. This cowboy gets off. He's like whipping Spence at first. And the crowd is loving this. People are cheering. There's a lady who's like, hog tie him. And Brew's like, come on, man. You got this fucking guy. One guy throws the cowboy a lead pipe. Luckily, somebody kind of stops that. But RJ and this cowboy, they go on for what seems like 6 minutes. This is a long fight. Finally, they're smashed up against this car. Spence is like, we got a big enough crowd. This cowboy's like, biggest I've seen. Biggest I've seen. RJ throws this dude in the sand, and he starts monologuing. He says, let me introduce Amarillo Dokes, owner and lead driver of the Amarillo Monster Truck Extravaganza. Fucking Amarillo comes in and he says it's the largest and most terrifying battle of human flesh and hot steel in the entire universe. If they ain't got a fucking Plague-Ore, then get the fuck out. They're saying hot flesh and steel.
Mm-hmm. Plague-Ore.
We locked down that Plague-Ore. Seek that out.
Plague-Ore.
They're saying...
It's such a... Sorry, go.
No, please.
I was saying, if it's such a big... monster truck show, why does he need to drum up this business on a beach and wait till there's a big enough crowd?
I mean, RJ is the beach, right? He is this town. He is this area. You get RJ, you get everybody. It's why you want him to sell your fan boat.
Kron, did you get
right?
the email he sent of his own writing for Thunder in Paradise this week?
His spec scripts.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, I like to write, okay? Sometimes I develop stories. Sometimes I go on podcasts and I share those stories. Okay? And sometimes I send my friends spec scripts. They get a little dirty, but they're among friends. So let's maybe keep it that way. And let's get back to Amarillo and the Monster Truck Extravaganza. Okay?
I think, too, why drum up business this way? Like,
leave it.
These guys can't turn it off, Brantley. I mean, they're...
This is world famous wrestler Terry Funk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. All right, Spence says, hey, I'm going to be there tonight. I'm in the jam. And Amarillo is donating $5,000 to Make-A-Wish once I beat his fat ass. Meanwhile, while this was going on, we talked about this hot chick that was walking up the beach. She looks around a little bit and she spots Brew. She starts walking towards him and she drops like a newspaper or magazine clipping with Brew's picture on it. Brew spots this chick and he walks over. He says, you look familiar. Weren't we married once?
Is your name DJ?
Are you from Detroit?
She says, I don't know.
This is exactly how I picked up my wife.
There is a crazy part, too, where it's like, as she's walking up, Brew is standing next to Jess, and he's just like, hey, are you all right here?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah,
Brew's
I guess.
got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time she's been kidnapped, right?
Yeah, hell, they sent her to England.
She's
all by
constantly in
herself.
danger.
Just to abandon a 6-year-old on the beach.
Well, you're going 50 feet away.
He goes further than that on a jet ski.
That's true, because they do
Spence is back by that time.
they do speed off for a future sequence. So our cowboy here, he meets Jess. They're introduced. She wants him to sign an autograph on her action figure of him that she has. Spence says something about, he's still trying to charm the women, huh? Well, women in trucks. What else is there? Now, guys.
That's really confusing because, like, if you were a fan of Gravedigger and you met the guy who drove it, I would imagine he'd have, like, a little toy model of Gravedigger. Not like, hey, my name's Hal Halbertson, and here's a doll of me, the driver of the Gravedigger.
But Amarillo is Amarillo. He's a character, right? Like he's
Name one monster truck driver.
I was literally thinking about that before this episode, asking that, but about a different part.
Not the truck. Name the driver.
You got me there, but still a perfect show. No notes.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
All right. Now, you got to love his life philosophy, right? Women in trucks. What else is there? Now, I myself, 24/7, have an existential crisis going on, deep depression, constant anxiety. I envy the idiot that can simplify his life to trucks and women. So, good on you, Terry.
No
Funk.
music, no movies, nothing to entertain yourself with except trucks and women. I mean,
But if that's all you need, that's all you need. I seek all that other shit out because internally I'm all fucked up. Right?
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
If you could limit it to 2 things, what would it be?
I think music would be pretty fucking high up there. Probably tunes and fucking.
I mean, if we could do 3, I think I'd be all right.
You said 2.
I know.
Don't change the rules now that you get to go.
I'm not changing the rules.
I pick fucking twice.
Nice.
You guys know me. It's all about family.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Wow.
That was pitch perfect Vin Diesel.
I thought.
You guys probably thought he
Pitch
came
Black.
on, right?
Here.
It's
You
pitch
guys thought
black.
that was another guest coming on.
I
but
did.
I was going to let him introduce himself.
Before the Buds tour, I made Dan watch the new Fast X trailer with our buddy Steve, who also loves Fast and Furious, and Dan had a mental breakdown.
Because, Dan, you haven't really watched any of the others, right?
I've watched the first one,
Yeah.
and that was on the way. That was in a huge van that had a TV on the way to St. Louis to see Edema.
Drive faster! Is that what you kept screaming while you were watching Fast and Furious?
And then I haven't watched any, but I joked that I did want to do Fast X, and I wasn't going to watch any of the rest of them.
Nice. Yeah. No context for any of it.
But then Bones is like, I'd just be explaining shit the whole time. I'd be like, yeah, it sounds like a great podcast.
It would take us 8 hours. All right. So Brew and our mystery lady, they take off, and they are having a jet ski flirting montage, all right? We got figure eights and sweet jumps. Now, the music playing during this sequence should be the fan boat music, and the fan boat music should be this music. Again, perfect show, no notes.
Stop.
Maybe switch that on the Blu-ray. All right. Now, let's go back to the beach.
I'm sure they've kept all the isolated elements for Thunder in Paradise. They can just drag and drop that shit.
Don't you mean let's go bash to the beach?
Nice. All right. This uptight British lady, she is walking Edward through a what would be a medal ceremony that he's going to be getting from the Queen. And you're going, the Queen. Yeah, the actual fucking Queen apparently is coming to this resort to give Edward a medal. Now,
it's paradise, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, she's walking him through, like, what the ceremony will be, and one of the things she's talking about is, like, I'm going to be off to the side. She's definitely inserting herself, like, I'm the number one secretary, all right? So the whole time I'm going to be here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the Queen this scepter. And she fucking opens up this box, and there's this sweet royal scepter. And fucking Trelawney comes up, and she's like, oh, shit, dude, let me touch that. And they're like, no. And Edward's like, one does not seize the royal scepter like so much cotton candy. And Trelawney's like, but I know it's fake, so let me touch the shit. And the woman's like, no, even though it's fake, we got to act like this is fucking for real. All right?
So you do the English accent, but not the Jamaican.
Because, like, my Jamaican is, like, so good. It's, like, not even funny.
I think you should do them both. If you did one,
should do the other.
Mm-hmm. The funny part of that is the like so much cotton candy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's
what is
got
that?
A little squiggly there.
You know how I'm grabbing cotton candy and shit all the time. Mm-hmm. With my grubby American hands.
You guys know cotton candy, the machine where you can famously stick your hand in it with no issues or no risk of, like, hurting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just wrap it around your finger.
Mm-hmm. I put my head in there.
Okay, so after their little jet ski montage, Brew and this lady, they're laying on the beach. And this lady's going on about being a damn adrenaline junkie. And she fucking grabs Brew's hand and, like, puts it up on her neck. She's like, you feel that? Like, my heart's fucking racing.
That's exactly what I did at the Buds tour last week.
Mm-hmm.
They were both freaked out.
A little back and forth here. The gist of this is this woman is a fucking psycho.
She likes to be choked.
Yeah. But Brew's got sparks, man. Definitely sparks. And he says, all right, we're going out tonight. She says her name's Shannon. Now, after I did skip ahead, I'm sorry. So after the little Whitaker ceremony explanation, we see that Shannon lady, she's watching this whole thing. She like keys in on that scepter. She says to herself, stealing every moment of life. And she fucking runs off. Cut to Shannon being a damn Catwoman, dude. She's running on the hotel rooftops. She sneaks in a window.
She ain't Catwoman because she jumps up on Thunder at the end of this episode and barely fucking makes that shit.
100%, Dan. I also backed that up and watched a few times myself.
Glad I wasn't the only one.
No, she...
Look like fucking Chris Farley jumping.
Oh, dude, it's... All right. Inside this hotel room, she finds some steel attaché cases that are conveniently marked property of the Royal Crown.
That's not a word.
What?
Yeah, repeat it, Dan.
Attaché.
Damn, I'm impressed.
That's not a word?
It is. I was just joking.
Don't do that shit. You know I'm sensitive about my words.
I do like,
especially when they come to you in the form of a spec script.
I do like that this lady put on her thief's beret to complete this
100%.
mission.
I will ask, is Lisa Ann still working? Because she might be a little dated for that spec script.
Edge it, dude.
Okay.
I'm subscribed to her Patreon, so yeah, I'd say so.
How much is that
Patreon? Not
costing you a
OnlyFans?
month?
That's classy.
How much is that costing you? I just want to know how much she's charging.
I don't like to talk numbers.
All right, so Shannon snags the fake scepter. Edward is questioning the timing of this awarding ceremony.
We could get Lisa Ann on this show.
Yeah, we could. He's getting the Medal of Naval
Reach out.
Valor. And for some reason, he's wary and he's like stressing. He's like, I don't think it's like the right time.
Don't worry, Brantley. We'll get you back on too when Lisa stops by the pod.
Stop giving us winks.
Trulani's out there. She's setting up for this. Like, she has just been told, I guess, to do all of the decorations by herself because that's all she's doing this whole episode.
Is that part of her job? Like, I thought she was a bartender.
We don't know what her job is. She's local medicine woman.
When she was
Okay.
hired, Kelly says, like, I stole her from another place to be a singer and a bartender. We've seen her
Yeah.
cook. She's a babysitter. She's
Okay.
She cooks a mean chicken.
she's better than Kelly in that aspect. Like, Kelly's just a problem. Like, Trelawney fixes stuff and does stuff around the place.
Dr. Trulani, medicine woman. Now that's a show I would watch.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
That should have been a spinoff. All right. So Brew comes by, and Trelawney's like, I don't know. There's something like up with Edward. It's like he doesn't want this award. She says he's squatting on a dilly. Don't know what that means. But again, she has 3 years
Hey,
experience.
I'll send you the Patreon invite. You'll figure it out real quick.
All right.
That's
And
what
then-
we should name this show.
Squatting on the dilly. All right.
Let's rebrand for season
we got
2.
to grind. Okay. All right. So this is where the timeline's a little weird because yesterday Bruce said he was going to come by and pick her up that night for the date, but then we saw her steal the scepter at night, and then this is the next day, and they're going out in the afternoon. Perfect show. No notes. Put that away. He picks Shannon up for the date. They joke about like him being kind of underdressed, but he's like, listen, my buddy's in a fucking monster jam. That's what I was going to take you to. And she's like, I fucking love monster trucks. My dad was a mechanic.
My dad
like-
was a monster truck.
She's part Playgore. All right. We're at the jam, dude, and let the fucking B-roll begin of... I'm pretty sure I was at one of these monster jams when they shot these. This brought back some memories. Bones was definitely a monster jam kid.
My wife and I have decided that when it comes through next time, I think we're going to take the daughter.
Oh, hell yeah. Put the big cans on her and buy her a hot dog.
There's going to be monster trucks in town here May 13th, and that's commencement day at the college I work at, so I'm not going to be able to bring Marin, and I was actually kind of bummed by it because it sounds like a blast.
They do commencements on a Sunday.
Maybe you can get the students to revolt to push it a day.
That'll be a good grassroots. I'm sure they'd love to not graduate and be done with their college experience for another week.
All right. Spence and Amarillo, they're ready for their drag. One of them is in Reckless. The other one is in Gunslinger. Obviously, RJ wins. And obviously, they shot Hogan's fanfare wave reaction not in front of a crowd. It's pretty awful. Like, his eye line's all fucked up. Mm-hmm. It's just a black curtain behind the truck that he's standing in front of. He does a random ripper to Brew. It's cut beautifully.
So this is where I was wondering, like, can you name a single monster truck driver? Because they say his name as the driver winning, not the monster truck. Like, I would think Gravedigger wins or whoever, and not like the name of the driver.
Do you think this is a monster truck driver problem? Like the truck becomes bigger than the person? And
if you build the truck
have
that
to deal
big,
with that?
you can't be mad.
No man bigger than that truck, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
Gravedigger. I'm
monster
Gravedigger.
truck drivers have the like chillest egos of any like drivers out there, because like they know the truck is the draw, not them.
Yeah.
But they still have to have this amazing skill, and then just live with the fact that no one's going to know that they're the driver of that truck. You know, they'll pop a wheelie and hold that wheelie and do like a backflip when they hit a car or whatever, you know, just unbelievable shit. And just know that no one knows they're doing that.
Yeah, at least I can still walk through the supermarket, says Gravedigger's driver.
Yes.
I want to see that Aronofsky film, dude.
There you go. The driver instead of the wrestler.
I think that's another Walter Hill.
Yep.
I think it is.
I mean, we technically know a guy that's pretty close on the circuit. Won't say his name, though.
Oh, okay. All right. But this fanfare is short-lived, buddy, because we got fucking Megasaurus coming out to entertain. Were you guys familiar with Megasaurus before this?
I always thought the name was Truckosaurus, but I guess I'm familiar with the idea.
I believe there is a Megasaurus and a Truckosaurus.
Oh, shit.
Is one in Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Or am I just... Because I was thinking about that today, and I was like, why is Pee-wee's Big Adventure ringing a bell?
Like, do the clowns like feed the bike to it in one of the nightmares or something?
I think it's at like a gas station or some shit, I thought.
Well, there are those dinosaurs at that place that he stops at, where he meets the one chick that wants to go to France. Anyway, Megasaurus is shooting flames and crushing cars. Go ahead.
No, I was going to make a stupid joke. I was just going to say, so when you say there's a Megasaurus and a Truckosaurus, is that like a Deep Impact Armageddon situation? Someone heard one was being made, and so they made a rival one, or what?
Probably, because
It's probably like
I may be incorrect in saying that there are two, and it could just be that I have also heard both of those like interchangeable. Because I wasn't sure. Now, we don't have the best quality rips, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't remembering or hearing Mechasaurus. And if you Google that, you get all sorts of like Godzilla type shit. And I'm a fucking Kong fam over here. Kong stan, if you will. Team Kong. Same?
I always go for the underdog. Yeah,
Oh,
Kong's definitely the underdog in terms of Zilla. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, that joke wasn't worth it. Sorry to derail the podcast.
No, you're right.
It's the whole point of this show.
Maybe it's like a Greenland Iceland thing where Megasaurus is actually the smaller of the two car-eating dinosaurs.
Thank you, Kron. I don't think we've actually said that Megasaurus is a car-eating dinosaur. It is basically just hydraulics, jaws, and a flamethrower there to entertain kids while the fucking monster truck drivers are getting checked for CTE and shit before the funny cars come out.
And I just want to be clear. I know that Greenland is bigger in size, but less of a draw than beautiful Iceland.
I got a download from India today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Thanks for ignoring the
is
active
Canada-
One.
Is Canada your guys' biggest outside of the U.S.? Biggest country for downloads?
Canada than UK.
That's the same with us, yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, we appreciate it.
Don't be sorry, Canada. Download more.
We want to be number one, eh?
I agree.
Scandinavia's coming up.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you to our fan in Sweden.
They're getting ready for midsummer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got to get a Megasaurus set to your midsummer, dude. Okay, so the whole time during this, Brew and his date are there, and let me
I was
tell
just
you,
imagining him dropping the guy off the cliff out of his mouth. Five stars. I do agree. Better on the second viewing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
They should do be brave. Do a director's cut where you put back in all the Truckosaurus scenes.
Hear that, Ari Aster?
Get on it, dude.
Stop being scared, Ari Aster.
yeah, quit fucking folding to the studio. Put Truckosaurus back.
Yeah. Sad to see that, you know?
We want the Truckosaurus cut of Midsommar.
Brew and Shannon, they've been up in the stands the whole time. And this action, these monster trucks, and fucking Megasaurus, Shannon is flooding in her basement, if you know what I mean. All right? Now, Brew goes up to congratulate Spence backstage. He gives him, oh man, this lady, I've never met anything like her. It's Sparks. Definitely Sparks. Now, Shannon, she's looking at the trucks, and she comes across fucking Amarillo. And she uses her fucking feminine neck throbs to charm him and says, I need you to do something for...
Shoot her!
She's like, I need you to do something for me. And he cannot resist. Cut 2, we got Edward and Jess. They're dressed up all fancy-like, and Edward is freaking out because all family are required to attend this ceremony, and like it or not, RJ is fucking family. And who's off screen? Fucking RJ, showing up in his finest dress bandana. And Edward and Jess, man, they think he looks fucking terrific. Now, Edward is sort of prepping RJ for this tea time with the Queen. All right? He's like, don't eat any of the biscuits. They're super dry. All right? They're going to dry your mouth out. Don't spill anything. We're talking about vintage, irreplaceable, fucking Victorian linen. Okay? And they ask you a question, answer it quickly. Don't fucking ramble on. All right? And RJ, he's smart. He's spec ops. He gets it. Now, this is the real Queen, right? Like, this is... They got her for this.
I couldn't believe they pulled this off. This was unbelievable.
Incredible. Now, she is dead. Spoiler alert. She died.
Not at this time.
That's what I'm saying. This thing is 30 years old, so this is her.
Oh, you're giving a Diablo spoiler that the Queen died?
Yeah, for world history.
All right.
Well, that's why it was so nice to get to see this episode and see her, you know, in all her glory, doing some acting.
In her
prime.
prime.
Outside of the glass casket.
So hot.
Yeah.
So hot.
I'm just thinking about all those people you just fucked up with that news. What?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is where people come to get most of their news, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If they're not, then you just don't know.
It is pretty incredible that our major news networks cover the British monarchy as though we did not fight a war
Love it.
to not be underneath them anymore.
My wife gets
What is this?
My wife gets mad at me, dude. When I went on like baby leave, I spent 2 months in this prison of a house with a newborn baby, which I'm thankful for. But of course, she watches like the Today Show and shit. Every day, they had a correspondent on there from England telling us what was going on with like the royal family. I'm like, what? What? Why? She's like, they just do it. People love the royal family. I'm like, no. Like, who cares? Who's watching this shit every day?
When the Queen actually died, my wife was watching it on the morning news, and I came out and I said, we should be celebrating. Another monarch is gone. This is what America was built for.
What did she say?
I don't know. She's probably offended.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Edward does not heed his own advice. He eats a biscuit. He's spilling tea everywhere. It's a comedy of errors. The Queen calls him out like, hey, that's irreplaceable. You're fucking rich, bitch. You can replace a fucking tablecloth. And also, why is she coming here? Wouldn't it make a hell of a lot more sense for him to go there for the ceremony?
Right. You know, the royals famously bending over backwards for anybody and everybody, and going to their locations instead of demanding others come to them.
I mean, and have you ever been to Florida? It's beautiful.
I can think of no negatives to the state of Florida.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, Dan, excellent
Great
point.
governor, great.
UK, famously dreary. Maybe she just wanted to get some fucking fresh air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she heard fucking RJ was going to be in the Monster Jam. She's like, we gotta go. I gotta see Mechasaurus.
Maybe she knew that Jessica knows a secret that nobody else knows.
Oh, fuck, Dan.
The Queen had to just figure out an excuse to get to the monster truck jam.
Yeah.
So it was like this whole thing was concocted around how do I get to Florida that weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Like
those
when they
monster trucks flood the basement.
When they sent Edward like the formal like notification that he was getting awarded, did he go like, man, what a bummer. I was in England 3 weeks ago. Like,
That's why he was complaining about the timing.
yeah. All right. So in this like bumbling, Edward mentions something about Dunkirk, but finally he's like flustered and embarrassed, and he's like, I gotta go. RJ runs out after him. He confronts him. He's like, dude, what is going on? All right. And Edward tells him, hey, in the op of Dunkirk, right, there were a bunch of boats that were assigned to be decoy boats. And I was manning one of those. And my ship, it slipped anchor. And I, knowing it was a suicide mission, had fucking loaded up on a bunch of Navy rum, got fucking hammered. And apparently, while I was passed out drunk, I took out a fucking U-boat, and I don't even remember this thing because I was passed out. And he's feeling guilty that he's going to be awarded the Navy Medal of Honor for something that he doesn't even remember.
You take that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to be proud of. It's like every time I get home after I'm shit-faced, I'm like, yeah, that's a victory. Wait,
That he
what?
made it home?
That
What?
you've driven yourself
Drove yourself home.
blackout drunk to your house.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
All right.
Another victory for Dan.
My head hurts. but at least
Call
I
the
made it
fucking
home.
queen. Dig her ass up. All right. We see Shannon and Amarillo. They're walking by this giant gift-wrapped tent. She'll love it. Shannon shows up on Thunder, and Bruce shows off the boat. She says she wants the ride of a lifetime, so Brew takes her out on the open water. Make me feel it, Brew. ROC for hyperspeed. Man, does she love it, but she wants some more. She wants the pilot. She convinces Brew to let her drive, but first she has to get Thunder to set up the fucking control profile, which is basically Apple Face ID, I guess. She says, I've spent my lifetime chasing thrills, but this is the best. Bruce says, yeah, the Thunder scare's pretty hard to top. She initiates autopilot, and man, she makes her move. This is international waters, too, so anything goes.
No rules, baby.
We got a high school band preparing to greet the Queen. Brew meets up with Shannon. And she's like, get the fuck off of me. She wants nothing to do with him all of a sudden. Edward and that uptight lady, they're questioning the giant tent that's on the beach. He's like, this wasn't my gift. I don't know what this was. Amarillo walks by. Yeah. Amarillo walks by and he's like, man, Queen's going to love this shit. And I got told that I'm going to be on the cover of the National Enquirer.
They're bumping Bat Boy.
Yeah, I literally wrote, Bat Boy says, get in line, you redneck fuck. All right, the fanfare begins. We got fireworks and cheering. Edward approaches the Queen and he accepts his medal. Right at this time, Shannon pulls out a little remote and she activates whatever was in the tent. God damn it, it's fucking Megasaurus, dude. It slowly activates, creeps up. People are like, what the fuck is this? Even the Queen's a little embarrassed.
She's loving it, dude. Fuck yeah.
Megasaurus slowly rolls up to a little beach cabana and ignites it with its fire breath. Not on the first attempt, by the way. It took them a little bit to get this thing to light. The crowd starts freaking out. RJ climbs up Megasaurus, and Amarillo yells at him like, hey, dude, the only way you're going to stop it is to break the hydraulic line behind the jaws. Edward steps in front of the Queen, but in the chaos, Shannon is able to switch out the little scepters. She kind of grabs the real one and puts back the fake one. Jess loses her Amarillo action figure underneath the podium. Brew went over to help I think it was like the band leader that fell in the chaos, and he grabs the baton and throws that up to RJ.
I thought it was a flute.
Was it a flute?
It was a flute. I
Oh
think.
shit! Okay. I thought it. You know what I'm talking about? Like the marching band leader, basically a scepter. God damn, this show working stuff in. All right, now RJ uses this to fucking puncture the back of Megasaurus and get in and eventually rip out the hydraulic lines. Now, while this is going on, Shannon barely jumps onto the bow of Thunder and is able to sneak off with the boat. Now that she's got a fucking user profile and she's able to activate it with a voice recording of Brew. RJ has to boot the Queen off the podium politely so he can lift it up and get Jess free. And in this triumphant little spot here, we hear somebody say, smile, everyone. This is for the cover of the National Enquirer. Cool.
Incredible.
We had to pay that off, I guess. Now, Brew notices that Thunder's taken off.
Don't be mad now that they're working stuff in. You liked it
No,
so much
but I'm
earlier.
just... I'm not mad about it. It was just a funny insert of a guy saying, smile, everyone. This is for the cover of the National Enquirer. This guy's a fucking boom operator or something that they kicked a line to. All right. Bruce sees Thunder taking off. He kicks off his shoes and dives after it. Now, when Thunder pulled off, it went over some buoys or something, and it's now dragging a rope. Bruce's able to grab hold of this, and he gets a fucking ski sequence. All right? It's Chris's turn to play.
First name, shit.
He slowly pulls his way up to the stern of the boat. He sneaks in, and right at this point, Shannon tries to activate hyperspeed, but he stops her. She pulls a gun on him. It's a shame about those sparks. He karate kicks the gun out, gets her in a wrist lock, and then he throws her into the dive chamber.
Come on,
Brew
Brew.
tells-
Let's murder suicide. It's going to be a rush.
It's the only way I can get off.
Feel my throat. I'm so hard right now.
Is that an Adam's apple?
And Brew just has to reluctantly tell Thunder to cancel Shannon Doherty. Thunder then gets on Twitter and starts a hashtag.
Yeah, I was going to say the boat like lights are on fire.
Yeah. Edward and the family, they are on Thunder out at sea, and they are setting the metal out to sea. RJ and the uptight lady, though, they tell Edward some information. They say that, hey, we did some digging, and it turns out while you were drunk as shit, you genuinely fucked with that German U-boat for like 2 hours. Like, you actually were a hero. You did save a bunch of lives. And fuck that little medal that you just pushed out to sea, because the Queen's going to fucking knight you, dude. And the Queen comes up from below deck. Now remember, Thunder's bigger on the inside, so she had plenty of room. She comes up. They knight Edward. And just as the Queen famously, I don't know if you guys knew this, loved to drive and pilot things. She would drive out on her property. I think didn't she sort of drive during the war?
Well, didn't she? I thought she used to be a mechanic during the war.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? There's one last thing she wants to do. She wants to drive Thunder. So RJ lets her pilot for a while, and as they drive by, we see poor Brew walking alone on the beach. And that was the Queen of Hearts. We did it. Brantley, you're a champ.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah, this is a blast. Thank you guys for having me on.
Plug
Brantley,
time, my dude.
Plug it away, Beth.
Yeah, you know what? Come check out the Horror Drafts podcast. Bones was just on. He had brought us the idea of doing an entirely different kind of horror draft. So it's a fun off formula kind of episode, which I had a lot of fun doing. I hope you found that helpful, Bones. Kron is going to be on there real soon. He's going to be drafted. Well, actually, his episode will probably come out by the time this episode comes out. Sorry. So we just got to get Dan on here again. Mm-hmm. But you can find Horror Drafts wherever you get your podcasts. And we're usually like Horror Drafts or Horror Drafts Pod on like Instagram and Twitter. But I'm not really on Twitter anymore. So
I don't blame you.
Mostly Insta.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're canceling Shannon's on there all the time.
Mm-hmm. But thank you guys for having me on. This has been a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got to come on and talk Thunder in Paradise and meet a couple kick-ass directors. So this was fun.
Yeah, it's so cool that the guests always get to meet the directors, and it's always like iffy if we get to meet them. But Brantley,
I've met both of them.
Oh, yeah, but you've never met fucking Cajun Kron.
That's true.
And he's so popular.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to meet Nate Hands.
Oh, I was going to say, you haven't met Nate Hands either. He's great.
No, he's disgusting. I hate him.
That's why he's so great. He's disgusting, but he cracks me up every time. By far my favorite character that comes on. I didn't mean by far to say everyone else is not as good, but, he just tickles my funny bone for some reason.
Wow.
He's a disgusting man.
An incredible statement to make.
Everybody's got a dark side. They need tickled every once in a while.
I guess so. I don't know what it is. Just, you literally, last time I heard him on the episode, he just started talking. I hadn't even made a joke yet, and I was already kind of giggling to myself.
That's good shit.
Oh, man. It is. It is.
Brantley, we're not blowing smoke. If people like 5-day rentals, they absolutely should be listening to Horror Drafts. You've been nothing but a great supporter, friend of the show. I'd go so far as to say you're like, to steal from Batman Forever, a cousin who visits all the time. All right? You're pod family, buddy.
Hell yeah.
All right? So
same for all of you on Horror Drafts. Absolutely.
You're a real Uncle Bingo. Right? That's a Batman thing, right?
Is it?
Yeah, doesn't the Joker call somebody Uncle Bingo or something?
Probably, and I'm embarrassed that I can't tell you yes or no.
Oh, look it up.
Are you talking
Is it
89?
Is it Jack?
Yeah, it's Jack Nicholson.
Is it in the fucking mob scene?
The elevator?
It's when he's got like the top hat on.
Oh, when he says he wrote it with this pen, with blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he throws it in the dude's neck?
Yeah. Hello, Vinny. It's your Uncle Bingo.
Oh, okay. So he calls himself Uncle Bingo.
Yeah, he calls
good
himself
call.
Uncle Bingo.
Okay. Shame on me. Brantley, you got to go, man. It's so late on the East Coast. We got to get out of here. Dan, in the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the box set episodes 11, 12, and 13 of Thunder in Paradise. Join us next week for the conclusion of Cuties. Cron Howard, what are we watching?
Oh, we're going to be watching Tough Guys Don't Dance from 1987. I think that's right.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Brantley.
It's going to be a nightmare.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sitting through whatever this is.
We can't keep extending the goodbye, all right?
I love you.
Splash
Get
and
out
burn.
of here, man. Go take
You
a
guys. Thank you.
Splash and burn.
splash and burn.
Splash and burn.